Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Adrian here from Major Mateo Drones. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody had a good day. I know I did. Today's topic is going to be, would you prefer FPV drones or GPS drones? That is a topic that I've actually been meaning to talk to everybody about it. I don't see nobody here yet, so I'm going to wait till somebody else go ahead and start popping in. Just going to stay here and wait. I've invited several people. Let me see if they're going to go ahead and answer. Hope everybody had a good day today. I know I did. It's kind of hot today. I finally got a little bit of flying. I got a video actually that's coming up now. It's just that my internet is so slow. It's taking forever to go ahead and upload, but it's coming. So again, today I just want to go ahead and talk about, would you prefer the FPV drones or GPS drones? How you doing, Mitch? Old guy on a drone, J-Board Drone, aka Joe. How's it going, man? Thank you for popping into the stream. And let me go ahead and put the link to the stream in the chat right here. There it is. I understand, Mitch, old guy on a drone. I get it. I guess everybody's over there. Hey, I do my live stream every Wednesday at 9:00 p.m. But starting next week, I'm actually going to try to do it at 8 p.m. or maybe 8:30, something of that nature. And when it comes to me, I would actually prefer to do GPS drones, although I'm actually learning and actually want to get into the whole FPV. Is something that I've been, meaning to go and learn, get into. I'm actually working on it. It's probably going to take me a little bit because it's not that easy as it looks. A lot of you guys do FPV drones. You guys are good, like Mitch, Dan. There's a whole bunch of guys out there. Okay, Mitch, I'll be here, brother. If you want to go ahead and jump in, I really appreciate you. I do understand that everybody else got this stream going on. I'm going to do mine regardless. So it is what it is. Again, I got a video going on right now, but my internet is so slow. It's taking forever. What's going on, Stingray Aerial Solutions? How you doing, buddy? Thank you for popping into the stream, sir. I really appreciate you. Hope you had a good day, sir. And Stingray Aerial Solutions, I've never had you in my stream before. I would appreciate it if you did go ahead and pop in, sir. I really appreciate that. Everyday Drone Guy, what's going on, man? Oh, my God, sir. Long time no hear from you, Everyday Drone Guy. Hey, man, if you ever have a chance, brother, I would appreciate it if you actually do pop into the panel. Come on in and talk to us a little bit, sir. Good to see you, Everyday Drone Guy. Thank you for popping in, sir. I appreciate the support. And we do have my main man, Mr. Old Guy on the Drone, aka Mitch, here in the green room. Let me go ahead and bring him in because I don't need to get smacked in the hand. And here he goes.
Hey, Adrian, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mitch, how you doing? I'm actually used to seeing you in your little room, your little sanctuary. Well, what you doing on the couch? Are you in trouble?
No, I'm in my office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you make it wide, you click the side by side button. That makes
okay.
Hold on. There you go. Yeah. Then you see more. You see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm in my office. No, that studio is in the room next door. It takes 10 minutes to fire that whole stupid thing up. You got to get.
I understand.
So I thought I'd come and keep you company real quick. I was watching Bill Thomas's deal. He's got Jim is on there. Above and beyond. Yeah, they're talking about they're all ranting about all the things that they're having problems with. So of course Jim is in there gone over the whole story about his matrice. Hey, yes, Joe, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mitch, how's it going? Hey, Adrian.
Good.
How you doing, buddy?
All right.
Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate you. We got Steve Carpenter. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, everybody.
Ray Kelly. How you doing, buddy?
I just got the chat up here because that wasn't showing up in StreamYards, and I see that Ray Kelly's here and Steve Carpenter. How you doing? I was watching that Bill's stream, but I got tired of listening to them complain, so I thought I'd come over here.
Sometimes that does get a little overwhelming, doesn't
it? Yeah. So I like your topic tonight. That's kind of my topic every time I do any of my live streams. It's always mostly about FPV, but camera drones too. So you can like both of them.
Exactly. And again, like I was saying earlier, I guess to myself, well, anybody goes there and jump in. I love my GPS drones, and I've been talking to several people, and they keep telling me, well, when you start flying, FPV, you're not gonna like the GPS drones anymore. It's a different addiction, all that good stuff, and I understand. We all like what we like. I do want to go and get into FPV, and I've been talking to you about it, by the way.
Yeah.
You've been giving me some great tips on what to start, like a good little startup, drone. And I'm going to do that eventually. As of now, not yet. I have used the goggle before. And I guess it's going to have to take a little bit of getting used to because of the motion, all the movement. It kind of gets me dizzy a little bit. So I guess I'm going to have to do, a little bit more practice and getting used to the whole mechanism of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do if you do get dizzy. There's you can either sit down when you fly or lean against something when you're flying.
Okay.
If you have that problem. Another suggestion that I heard, although I don't get dizzy, so I can't tell you what works or what doesn't. But you have an on-screen display in your goggles.
Yes, sir.
Information. Well, one of the elements that you can put in your on-screen display is a crosshairs right smack in the middle.
Okay.
And I've heard that if you have that crosshair, it actually gives your eye a focal point. So it's not, and that really helps you from getting dizzy when you're flying. But I guess it's just a matter of learning.
Yes, sir. I do want to go ahead and welcome Bob Casey. Hey, man, thank you for popping into the stream. Michael Reynolds, thank you, sir, for popping into the stream. I really appreciate you. And we do have Mr. Dan, a.k.a. Drone Worship, in the background. He's actually giving me the finger. I'm going to wait until he actually behaves before I put him in, before I get him on. So looks like he's doing okay now. So in 3, 2, 1, Hey, no middle finger.
Super lame.
There he is right here.
Oh, there we go.
What's going on, buddy?
What's up, boys?
You know, I got to be honest with you. I don't like you very much because you into all that Star Wars BS. I don't even know why.
Keep it up, you'll get the finger again.
I feel the love. That's why I come here, just to feel the love, man.
How's it going, GFO Drone and Tech Guy? Hey, man, thank you for popping into the stream. I really appreciate you. Hang in with us. Come talk to us a little bit. And again, Mitch, like I was saying, it's just that, you know, I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and take your advice. That's a good advice for me to get my eyes focused on one thing. That way I don't have to focus on all the, you know, the movement, because it's all the movement and all that stuff going on in the background that kind of gave me a little, you know, woozy because I'm not used to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that works. Dan, have you heard that if certain things that you can do if you get dizzy sitting down, or I heard that just putting the crosshair element, your OSD, actually.
Okay, well, so the whole thing is, man, and this is what I think goes over a lot of people's head with FPV, is that when you're seeing that exploded image, you're taking all of it in. It's like, oh my God, this is way too much to handle. And I think everybody does that right out the hole. The real thing that you have to pay attention to is always try to look 25 feet in front of you, okay? If you're focusing on an object in the middle of the screen, or you have a focal point that you focus on, all the rest of it just becomes a blur. It's tunnel vision anyways. So as long as you're focusing on the middle or an object that you want to aim towards, that's what you do. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're trying to take in the entirety of what's happening, it becomes too much. Now, as you grow into being a better pilot, you don't see it as much anymore. You just kind of like everything, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It's like tunnel vision kind of, you know, but you have to grow into that tunnel vision. It's not something that you just do. I remember when I first got behind goggles, I was like, oh my God, this is way too much to handle. I can't tell how fast I'm going. How do you judge how high you are? Like, there's so much involved. And a lot of it just came with crashing and testing and crashing, keeping at it. So, some people get through it, some people don't, man. I'm not going to lie. That's why I didn't want you to go invest a ton of money into something that you may not even be for you. You know, stay simple. If you don't like it, get something you can sell back to somebody else and move forward, you know?
Yes, sir. I do want to go ahead and bring in my boy, Mr. Ray Kelly. He never actually been on my stream before. I see him in the background. Let me go ahead and bring him in. How you doing, sir?
Hey, my boy, everybody. Ray Kelly. He never actually been.
Oh, whoa. We got echo. Somebody's still watching.
Somebody playing the stream in the background. Who is that?
Hey, Ray, what's up?
We got echo. Somebody's still watching.
Okay.
Who's doing that?
I don't know what it is.
Ray, you got to pause the YouTube video. You got to pause. You can't watch both of them at the same time. You got to leave StreamYards up and pause YouTube.
That's not that good.
Yeah, if that happens, you can mute him until he gets it straightened out. You know.
And I was going to, but like for a second, like I forgot what to do. But I got it.
Okay, I got to really for you. Okay, I'll go on. I got a fun story though.
Okay. So basically, as Mitch is telling me, and also you, Dan, is basically try to get my focus on one thing instead of just looking at the whole, like everything that's going on in the background. Is that what you're saying?
Focus on an object in the distance. That's what you need to do. Try to center it around the middle of the screen when you focus. Aim towards that object. And then when you get close to that object, look to your left or look to your right. Find another object. And then slowly turn the quad and aim towards that object. As you go, you'll just proficiently do it. It's like riding a bike. You just won't even think about it anymore.
You'll get used to it. You just have to work. You have to work through it. Just like in real life, when you're driving your car, you're focused on something, either the car in front of you, the white line on the road. You're not concentrating on all the crap that's going by you real fast on the side. That's kind of out of your mind and out of your thoughts, even though your eyes are seeing it. And yet you approach the goggles the same way. But everybody gets a little queasy at first because you're not confident in controlling the drone. So the drone is going to all over the place anyway. You're upset, you're nervous because you're trying to figure out, how do I get this thing under control? I don't know what the hell it's doing. And it's just a matter, you just keep doing it. You get a little whoop, you fly it around in the house like I did, and all of a sudden, pretty soon, all that stuff goes away, and you gain a little confidence, and now you're driving the thing. It's not driving you.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
It's like a rerun of my show the other night. Got all the same usual suspects here.
Hey, Mitch.
Mitch, good evening. Joe, Danny.
Good. Hey, Mitch, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Are the Eachine goggles any good?
I've never had them.
I have.
Which one's the
100s?
No. All right, that's a question for me. I've had 2 pairs of garbage. They are garbage.
They are, even for a beginner?
Don't do it to yourself, man.
What would you recommend for a beginner?
Well, I would recommend anything with real diversity. Those are
like
fake.
The Fat Sharks?
Well, that, or if you can go cheaper, Sky Zones are pretty good. They're about as expensive as Fat Sharks. Most of your Fat Sharks are going to be pretty good, obviously. If you get Amway Commander V1s, the company doesn't produce them anymore, but you can get them for about $120 now, and they are actually really good goggles. They just don't make spare parts for them anymore. So if you do have a problem later on down there, now I've had mine for 3 years. I haven't had an issue. So my Amway Commander V1s just keep working perfect.
Where'd you find them at?
I found them on Facebook Marketplace. I just typed in FPV goggles, and somebody was getting out of the hobby, and I picked them up for super cheap. So,
see, I wear glasses,
right?
And I need to have a specific prescription, so I can't wear any of the Fat Sharks without having some very expensive custom-made diopters made for them. So when I first started, I got the Viper, FXT Vipers, which are like the box goggles, but they're really good and they work well. And then when the DJI came out, they also fit over glasses. So that was perfect for me. And I have an analog mod on the DJI, so I can use them both ways, analog and digital. And those are the only goggles I use now. But
you have to have a fan in them too. Like some of them have fans in them. Is that a big deal?
I've never had a problem. Felt like I needed, but the DJI's got a fan. They come on whenever they decide to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I do want to go ahead and say hi to Newfound Drone Production. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for popping in. Timeless Truth, aka Michael. How you doing, Chief? Thomas O'Sullivan, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for popping in. Bob Casey, thank you, sir. Show me Sasquatch. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for popping into the stream. I really appreciate you.
I got it.
Hold on a second, Dan. Kenneth Hale, how you doing, man? Thank you for popping into the stream. Thank you for popping in, sir. Go ahead, Dan.
All right, so I've been looking for some kind of electric transportation for downtown Tampa. I'm fat. I don't want to walk. That's a big-ass city. I don't want to be trekking through it, a fat guy in 90-degree, 100-degree weather. So I've been looking for something electric, Segway, something like that, something that'll carry a fat dude. In my searches of finding an electric something, I did come across something that was rather interesting. And not only did I not have to pay for it, I got it for free, but wait till you hear the silly story behind this thing. So I was just perusing Facebook Marketplace looking for decent used Segway minis or something like that. I came across this post in the free section that says self-balancing scooter. We call it the Widowmaker. And I was like, interesting. They posted it under free. So I was like, I have to know the story behind this self-balancing scooter now. So I called the guy. And apparently this scooter has tried to claim like 5 kids and 2 adults in its 7-year run. Okay, they've had some very close calls with this scooter. They say it's possessed. So I'm crazy. I decided to go get the stupid thing. You guys have seen these dumb self-balancing things. This one was actually one of the original models. It was like $1,000, and it's still
the hoverboard, isn't it?
Yes, but it's the original Eulalie 222 series, which they don't make these good ones anymore. So this was interesting right out the hole. So I was like, why are you giving it away? And then I heard the story of Deathmaker. So apparently this thing has almost claimed a number of lives. So I figured, what better guy to have it than a fat dude trying to ride it around in Tampa to see if it's going to try to claim mine. So I'm gonna try it. Should I record me trying to actually ride this stupid
absolutely,
thing?
Dan.
Yeah,
I active track. Yeah,
fat dude tries to ride self-balancing scooter.
I got a selfie stick in one hand, and
yeah, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna jump on it and see what happens.
That's not one of the ones. That's not one of the ones that was setting people's houses on fire, is it?
No, this is actually before the cheap Chinese ones came out.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of those really unique original models. It's built really tough, man. This thing weighs like 45 pounds. It's crazy heavy.
Cool.
Hold on one second. Hey, Steve Carpenter, how are you doing, Chief?
Good. Can you hear me now?
There you go. We can hear you now. Okay, because before it seemed like you were moving your mouth, but we couldn't hear any sound. Okay, can everybody hear Steve?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right, great. Now, Dan, going to about that hoverboard, it does look like the original one that first came out. Now, I did buy my daughter one, but the one that I bought my daughter, it only cost me $299. Yes. And that one is that one looks more like an on-road. Mine is an off-road. Mine goes in the dirt. It doesn't matter. It has bigger wheels than that one.
That's pretty good. This is before they made the all-terrain versions. This is the original Eulalie 222. So this apparently had the really good batteries, the really strong motor. So each hub actually has a 400-watt motor in it. So this is actually 800 watts. So this is actually designed to move like 380 pounds if it has to. This is what they all tried to like make it look like. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said this was interesting. If it was just a cheap Chinese one, I would have probably walked on this. But so far, I've stood on it and almost died. I about killed my roommate. He tried to stand on it and fell underneath my truck and bashed his face against the side of my wheel well. So we're doing good so far. Everybody's practicing. We're learning. This is good, right? Yeah.
You ought to get a hold of Jim and have one of his friends, maybe that's still working on one of the ambulance companies, put the GoPro in the back of the ambulance and then just try to keep up behind it, because then that way they can just open up the doors and throw your ass in.
Yeah, sure. Because, hey, listen, Dan. Listen, I want you to go on and record it, because when you bust your ass, I don't want you to edit nothing out of it. You know what I mean?
No, I'm gonna do it shirtless too, so we can slow down the blubber when it, like, you know, the facial impact.
Just don't edit nothing, damn it. I want to see the whole thing. I want to see your ass on the ground.
What if we play it in real time and then we slow it down so you can see all my fat like shift around my face when it hits ground?
Hey, Dan, you should post that on your channel, and then you'd probably get 20,000 views on it. Maybe more.
Dude.
Probably. I just want to see you in the helmet and the shoulder pads and the elbow pads and the knee pads.
Full football gear.
I want to see that.
Screw it. I even found my rollerblades the other day. I'm about to do that after, like, since I was a kid.
Now, what's going on with you, Chaser? Hey, thank you for popping into the stream. I really appreciate you. Hey, Ray Kelly, you gonna come hop in or what? We're waiting for you, bud. If you want to come in, there go the link to the stream right there.
Hey, and Dan, have you seen those rad bikes? Electric bikes?
Yeah. They're getting pretty good, actually.
Yeah, they're made here in San Diego.
Really?
How much are those, Steve? About 800-900.
They start at that. You get a halfway decent one, they're about close to $2, between 15 and $2.
Yeah.
Hey, even this one right here, you'll be able to get. That is the Swagger 5 electric scooter. It's actually rated to go at a hole about 450 pounds on. I mean, you know, it works amazing. It's pretty fast too.
So I checked out the Swaggertron products because what's his face? Me, Dobo, and Mike from Accelerated Heights were all going to be taking our electric little wheelie dealies downtown and just cruising the town and having fun flying drones. That was the idea behind this. However, I didn't realize I was going to pick up the Widowmaker. So we're going to try free first and see what happens. And if I have to, I'll make an investment. I'm going to see if the Widowmaker tries to kill me. All right.
It will.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
400, like three. Actually, I'm 320 pounds, just smacked on the ground really hard. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm in.
Be careful and don't kill yourself.
Ah, try not to.
Hey, what is this I heard? Somebody was on Bill Thomas's Coast to Coast Drones on his stream a little earlier. He said something about StreamYard's now handling up to 10 guests. Is that true?
I would assume they have to do something like that here to actually like keep up with Zoom.
But
so,
I mean,
but
he said it would.
Well, let's try to bring in more.
But if I'm not mistaken, Mitch, in order for that to happen, I'm using the free version. If you want to have I think you have to pay. You got to go to the paid version of StreamYard.
That may be true.
But I believe so.
I think you're right because he has the paid version. You and I both use the free version.
Exactly.
I have the paid version, but I've never had more than 6 on. So you can have a total of 10. 4 are in the green room and 6 on the screen.
Oh, is that it? He said something about what was on Bill Thomas's Coast to Coast.
Oh no, we still got audio coming through.
He said something about you got to handle your computer where you're playing the stream. Because we're hearing the audio coming out of your computer. But I mean,
hold on 1 second, guys. Hey, Ray Kelly, do you have the stream playing in the background as well? It happened. I'm using the free version. If you want to have, I think you have to pay. You gotta go to the paid version of streaming.
Okay, hold on, Ray Kelly. Are you currently watching? Do you have the YouTube stream pulled up and StreamYards at the same time?
Yeah, I have the paid version, but I've never got.
How's that? Better?
Much better. Boom.
There you go. I got you now. All right. Sorry about that, guys.
You just have to mute the YouTube version.
How you doing today, Ray?
Good. Everything's good. Yep. How's everything with everybody?
Good. Hi, Ray.
Doing good, Ray. Yourself?
Good. Yep.
Hey, we're starting to even out the panel here. We got 3 with glasses and 3 without.
I was going to go try to film a sunset tonight, but there was thunder and rain. So
that's the best time to put up, bro.
I don't like the thunder.
That's when you get all the YouTube views, man. When the sky just boom. Oh my God.
I know. Then next time your drone gets struck by lightning, everybody want to watch that video.
Dude, have you not seen any of my storm videos that I've made with the 3DR?
Yeah.
No,
if you go up high enough, you'll realize almost every single strike that you see in the sky makes contact almost with the ground.
Mm-hmm.
If you're up high enough, if you're at 400 feet, you will notice almost every single piece of lightning that you see in the distance will make ground contact somewhere.
Well, we live in the lightning capital of the world here in Florida.
Truth.
It had a rain here this afternoon. It came down in buckets.
Just for you, Matt. Only for you, sir.
I know, right? Only for him, huh? How you doing, Matt? Thank you for popping into the stream, so I really appreciate you. If anybody want to pop in, they go the link, and I guess I'm gonna have to start doing what Jim do, bringing people in and out. If we're gonna have more in the green room.
That means you're popular. Everybody loves you.
Well, I guess me being a pain in the ass, I guess I'm a little lovable, a little bit, I guess. I'll take that much.
Take it and run.
So, Adrian, in answer to your question, the premise of your stream tonight, I was thinking about this today, and I've noticed just a whole slew of camera drone guys are starting now to get interested in FPV. You see most of them. They're going to get. And Dan, you've been doing it longer than I have. You can tell them that once you start it and you're hooked. Yeah, I mean, this is such an addictive, stupid hobby.
I'm the one that told him that. That's why he was questioning it with his stream tonight. That's why he started this panel, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Ron Lockwood's in the house. Hey, Ron, how you doing?
Well,
All right.
Hey, Ron.
how you doing, Ron? How you doing, Chief? Thank you for popping into the stream. And that's another reason why this is the topic of my stream tonight, Dan, is because I'm serious. Even when I talked to you the other day, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm this close in getting some. You know what I mean? In getting one. But I want one. You were telling me that it would be nice. You know what I mean? Or just fly nice and slow. Hold on, Dan. Let me go down.
Yeah, let me know what I'm sharing.
Hey, have you guys ever used Air Juggler before?
No.
Am I sharing?
Air Juggler?
Yes, you are.
All right, check this out. This was shot with a 3DR solo. That is downtown Tampa right there.
That's cool.
That is a strike happening on a building
Oh,
downtown.
my Lord. What
Check
a
this
shot.
out. Bam. As it comes in, I started jumping the frames. Let's see if I can hit another one. Boom. Look at that. These are all different strikes. Every one of these was making contact downtown. I actually think that there's one where it lights up the entire sky. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Boom. Look at that sucker make contact.
Now, Dan, about how far are you away from there?
That is 7 miles away, and you can see it light up downtown like there is no tomorrow.
Right, right. Nice.
So, yeah, dude, you get some of the best shots. Just put up before the storm comes in, and it's a good couple miles out. You will get some insane shots.
Ron Lockwood got a really good shot while he was on his bike, when they were on the bike coming back in, and the storm was just off to the side. So the storm was like here, striking down. You just see the thing come down, and I mean, you just see it hit, and it was close to him, real close to him.
Bam.
How you doing, Carol? Thank you for popping into the stream. So I really appreciate you. Mitch.
Yes.
That thing that you were actually flying on your computer the other day when you were trying to help Art and you and Mel trying to go back and forth and doing it online together.
Yeah.
Is that software that you have to buy the computer remote? What is that?
That was a simulator called Velocidrone, and you buy it. It costs $20, and I still can't get mine to find the servers for the hosted things. And I think it's a firewall issue. So next time I fire up that computer, I'm going to go into my firewall and probably find that Velocidrone has not actually been opened up. So it's probably a simple fix. And I don't do the multiplayer thing anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. I use it. I every couple of days I go on it, fly for an hour or two. It's good practice.
So does that mean that if you do the multiplayer, you and I can actually fly together? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they do that for having like races where you all pick the same scenery and that you can race each other through the gates. But I'm not into racing. I'm into more freestyle type flying. So
I understand. And Ray, we don't want to go ahead and seem like we have the whole panel to ourselves. Go ahead, sir. Introduce yourself. Say something. Go ahead.
No, I tell you, I'm listening. I'm trying to learn more about this FPV. I know my drone instructor, he had switched over, and now he doesn't like his GPS drones anymore.
I told you.
He
keeps saying, Ray, try it. You'll like it.
Yeah. You know what I found? I found that I'm a pilot. I've flown all my life, real airplanes and RC airplanes. And for me, flying is the main attraction. And I wasn't getting that satisfaction out of flying the camera drones. Now, I've always loved photography, and the camera drones really I enjoy for the photography aspect of them, but not for the flying aspect of them. So I'm not giving up camera drones for FPV drones. They serve different purposes for me. And I think, Adrian, you'll find the same thing. There are times you want to fly your camera drone because you're interested in photographing things.
Yes, sir.
And then some other time you want to jump in that aerobatic biplane, go up there and turn yourself upside down a little bit,
Yep. Yeah, there's a place for both of them, which is why I keep doing it on my channel. Right? I think that's the idea. But I also want more people to transition from GPS if they have the capability to FPV, just so they can see what they've been really missing out on. There are just things. There's things that you just can't get from GPS quads, and you don't fully have that understanding until you make the attempt.
Turn off your
I'll
turn off the GPS on your DJI drone.
It's still then you're in ADI mode. You're still flying in stabilized mode though. You're not doing rolls and loops and dives and things. You're just not position stabilized. I've tried that. I also tried setting my gimbal into what they call the FPV mode, so that when you turn the stick, it actually banks. But that only banks on the right stick. Okay. Which doesn't turn your drone. It just makes it go sideways. So when you add your rudder in to make the thing turn, that doesn't cause the gimbal to bank over. So I found that not to be a real FPV-like experience.
I think the closest you'll get to FPV-like experience is the Bebop 2. It does flips and rolls and has FPV mode actually active. So if you're looking for that, probably about as close as you'll get.
How you doing, Jesse Lopez? Thank you for popping into the stream, sir. Hey, Jim, the link is in the chat, man. If you want to go and pop in.
Oh,
yeah,
hey,
you know, I just kind of switch people around a little bit to let everybody get a chance.
Wait. You keep saying I want to switch people in and out. I thought we were allowed 10 people now. Let's try that first.
Well, I haven't seen nobody else in, so
that's why I said let's wait till somebody else pops in.
Well, Steve said that's only for the paid version, and he might be right. He might be right.
I mean, I might be right, but I might be wrong. So I'm waiting for somebody to see if any pop in.
Let me know if somebody else wants to come in. I'll be more than happy to bow out.
Or you can just stay, Ray, and I'll bow out. I got to go get killed by the Widowmaker.
Yeah, go out there in the dark with no headlights. That'll up your odds.
Hey, wait! It does. It has headlights.
It's headlights.
I'm doing pretty good. As a matter of fact, Mitch, mine have headlights and mine have reverse lights and turn signal.
Oh my God, this thing is heavy. Yeah, it does all sorts of craziness, man. Look at I'm powered on.
By the way, hey, may I say, Mitch, it also had Bluetooth, so I can actually hook my phone, listen to the music on it too.
Oh, and that way your phone is handy to call 911 when you get hit by a car, right?
They're dangerous, man. You better be careful. They're very dangerous.
Daniel, what's the range on that?
I have no idea. They say somewhere around the original ones used to get like 15 miles.
No,
and that was within
pretty good.
That was within accuracy too. Apparently they were pretty accurate. Now the Chinese ones claim like 25, they get more like 3. So.
And then they burst into flames, which is very
right. Yeah. Then they just burn up. Actually, the serious problem wasn't just riding them around. Apparently,
you can't use those with a cane, right?
No. Good luck. I'll tell you what, though, if you could get a girl on a bed, this would make perfect if you didn't want to do any real work. Reverse forward.
Oh,
just move those ankles.
In trouble, buddy.
So I gave you an idea, Adrian. Where's your woman at?
No, don't even go there.
No.
Ray
did not even smile that whole time I told that joke. Ray, you'll learn about me, man. I am just out there, bro. I have no filter.
No, that's good. That's good.
Filter? You don't know what the word filter is, Dan.
I don't. I didn't even know that word doesn't exist. It's like the sun. I didn't even realize the sun existed until the other day. Just woke up. I'm like, oh my God, there's a sun.
These guys gotten a lot of rain in Florida, more than normal, isn't it?
Well, I have no idea because it's not raining here. It's just crap. It was super windy today.
Here, Joe, it's been raining the whole day. It's been raining on summer here the whole day, man.
All summer, hasn't it? All spring.
Brutally hot, right? Brutally hot down there, right?
No, not the. Yes, I went flying. This morning at the park here in Palm Bay. It was gorgeous.
Okay.
I flew the flying wing this morning, FPV. Dan, have you done that yet?
The what?
The wings, flying wings.
Is that the one you showed last night, Ahmed?
Yeah, the black one. That's the one I took that out today and flew it around, put a couple flights on it.
Did you put a GoPro on it?
I had the Run Cam 5 up in the front.
Oh no! Last night I was crashing in parking lots, bro. I had a failsafe with my 3-inch last night that just ended very savagely.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it did a face plant on the sidewalk from like 120 feet high.
That's not good.
And a couple motors and a frame. We'll be good.
Holy crap. That's not good.
Well, that's part of it, man. Sometimes you fail safe. Stop. It's my stupidity. I got to stop flying behind me. I like to go really far back and then come. Yeah, just sometimes you fail safe.
Are those motors hard to replace, or they plug and play, or
screws in the plug?
That's it. Wow,
that's it.
That's not bad then. So shouldn't worry about crashing then for somebody like me, a beginner.
Well, most of the time you have to solder them on, so you learn how to solder.
This is the reason I bought a BNF. Set up by Beta FPV because
it's got the plug-in motors. Okay,
they made it super simple.
You know how to solder. You've built a lot of quads.
That's not the point. I like to just be able to go bloop, bloop. Why spend all that extra time if you don't have to? It's like $5 a motor.
Have you guys seen or heard about that guy Miles Deep yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a new thing going where he tracks the Jeep that he's driving in. He's flying it right from a Jeep, and he tracks it. He was over in St. Pete Beach today, over by you, Dan. And I mean, beautiful, beautiful scenery, but it's crazy the way he does it. Right from
Miles Deep is another one of those people that promotes his channel by buying ads, and I just don't like that. I hate unnatural growth.
Oh, really? Buying ads?
Yeah, he blew up really quickly because he started promoting his channel, just like somebody else we know here very recently that just did that. Imagine that.
Somebody buying subscribers, perhaps?
Not subscribers, buying promotional ads and targeting other drone people that are talented. And it sucks. It's really stupid that YouTube is allowing it.
Are people getting subscribers that way, though?
Yeah, so that's the problem. You're getting a bunch of subscribers, you're not getting the views.
Yeah.
Great, you jump 6,000 subs, but your view count doesn't add up to your sub count. It's stupid.
Well, like you said, will YouTube start scanning those and, picking out who got what?
Not if they're buying the ads through YouTube. YouTube's going to see that they're doing that. They're going to have a promotion mark on their channel, so they're not going to tamper with it. It's just unfair. It's unfair. It's an unfair system. They shouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
How you doing, Gene? Nick? Oh, the old cogger. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for popping into the stream.
So basically, people that are ballers and have a lot of money and can blow money on promotional stuff are going to skyrocket, and the people that have worked really, really hard for a long period of time that just kind of make ends meet don't really have the capability to do that. So we suffer while those guys just blow through the roof. I think that's super unfair. It's like going to a theme park and you pay for your whole family, which is really expensive, and then somebody else has more money, so they buy a VIP pass, and then they just blow right to the front of the line, which I think is bullshit. Pardon my language.
That is when Disney put that in. I was sick of it.
I can understand if you have an ailment or somebody who's really old that can't stand very long, or that all makes sense to me. You're handicapped, whatever. That makes sense to me. But if you're just like, I have more money, so I'm going to go to the front of the line, that just doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, Dan, a lot of people don't want to pay that extra money to be in front of the line. I mean,
yeah, but it shouldn't even be offered. That's the problem.
Right. I can understand the speed pass, meaning you go there first, wait, and then you can go get a ticket, and then you come back at a certain time and get that. Sure. I don't have a problem with that because you are waiting in line. But just buying your way to the front of the line, no.
Baloney.
Well,
trust me,
then maybe the company should allow that to happen then, and that would cut everything out.
Money talks, bro.
Disney Resorts,
all about making money.
Disney Resorts, you think they're going to not do that?
They're going to keep doing it regardless because they want to make that money.
That's my point. So regardless of what's fair, they don't care. Money talks.
Yep.
It's all about that almighty dollar.
Yeah. Root of all evil. There you go.
Steve, I don't know if you've explained this, but that's a nice shirt you have behind you. What's that all about?
That is from a good friend, Bob Casey.
Oh, United We Drone. Very, very cool.
He came up with the idea for the logo, and he was kind enough to send it to myself and a few other people.
Very nice.
Well,
I thought maybe you were selling them.
Arizona, that's good stuff.
The shirt doesn't apply to Dan, unfortunately. I would have to include a bunch of people I'm not a fan of to wear that shirt, and I can't do that. Sorry, Bob. The ideals are there. The morals are straight, but I just can't do it.
It was kind of like a thank you of meeting everybody, and he came up with the idea and gave it out as a gift. So
I would like to have it in pink myself.
That's a manly color right there, bro. To do you a solid one, though, we're gonna call it salmon colored, if that's all right with you.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I thought it was salmon color.
At least
Adrian, where's your salmon cup at tonight?
I kind of like the
Night.
Sorry, I had to.
I like the idea of a Drone Lives Matter T-shirt. I thought that would be
Hey,
cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
all drones matter.
No, Drone Lives Matter. I think that would be really cool. We probably get mugged wearing shirts like that.
Or Joe, the same thing. All drones matter. There, you just have the fight between the FPV and the GPS drones, then, huh?
Well,
Adrian, your live stream flights are doing well.
What was that, Ray Kelly?
Your live stream flight, they're very, very good. They're doing well.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you.
How's your Mavic Pro, Adrian? Have you been flying that lately?
Today I actually took the Mavic Air 2 out for a little flight. After I did my firmware updated everything. I tell you what, Joe, it's working beautiful.
And did you try the target feature on it?
No. I did a little video that I'm actually waiting for my AT&T internet to make up its mind to either work or slow down for the video to go ahead and go up. So I'm just waiting.
Okay. Did you upgrade the firmware on the batteries too for that? Because that had me prompt to do that on all three of them.
Yep.
I upgraded everything.
Okay. I'm going to take mine out tomorrow, I think.
So far, so good. I mean, it's flying beautiful. The Mavic 2 Pro or the Zoom, I haven't been able to fly because, again, it's been raining here like crazy. Storming it just about every day.
So, hey, Mitch, you want to help me with something real quick? Sorry.
Sure, if I can.
All right. So I'm going to pop up Betaflight real quick because what I want to do, just to give you an idea, is I don't have my SIM hookup. So what I'm doing is just hooking one of my flight controllers with motors attached to it. Right?
Okay.
Because apparently my transmitter does not want to connect to my computer through USB for whatever reason. So what I'm going to do is attach my flight controller from my Diatone 245 Grasshopper, and I'm going to run it as USB. To do that, we have to pull up Betaflight, and maybe you can help me through this. I need to set this flight controller up for USB mode. Is that a yes?
That's not something I've ever. When you say USB mode, the only time I ever used the flight control. You mean in DFU mode?
No. I need to. Okay, I think it might be a CLI command prompt that I need to activate here.
I'm not tracking. I'm not following what you're trying to accomplish.
All right. So I want to actually make the flight controller a USB setup device. Like it's set up for COM3 right now, right? I want to actually make the receiver show up on something like Velocidrone as a usable controller. To do that, I think, see how we have USB VCP? I think I have to change one of these to set this up so it can be used in USB mode for flight controller setup for the Sims.
Well, you got to be careful. You don't, if you turn off that first one, you'll brick your flight controller.
I'm not even worried about that, bro. It's just a cheap ass.
You'll never be able to connect Betaflight to it. You'd have to go in and, it amazes me they even put that switch up there for the USB port connection.
Yeah, let's do this. Let me go grab my controller. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, but you're trying to get your flight controller to mimic a radio for Velocidrone.
No. Okay, so I want to attach the flight controller and set it up as a USB driver as a transmitter. You get where I'm going with this? There's a way to do it.
I haven't heard of that. I wish I could help you.
Okay, all right. Don't worry about it.
My pay grade at this point.
That's fine. Josh Bardwell, I think, has a video on him. I have to go back.
Oh, well, he would. But why can't you? You know,
Yes, I'll be right back.
What kind of transmitter do you have?
So I'm using the T8SG.
It doesn't have. Oh, it has a USB port.
The problem is, man, it's really horribly placed. It has to go inside of the controller and like angled, and it's super loose, and the jack connection just doesn't work well.
Oh, okay.
It's old, man. It's like 3 years old now. I've had it forever, and so I think I want to. It just doesn't connect. Every time I connect to the sim, it lasts about 3 minutes, and then if I move the controller too much to USB,
I see. I get you, but it does
jiggled, and so I don't want to buy a whole.
But it does connect, so your the drivers on your sim are okay.
Yes, it should be.
Yeah, or else
I mean, this just went up as USB mode, so I might actually just be able to attach this as a controller as long as my controller's on. Let me just go grab my controller because I can't move any further anyways.
That'd be interesting to see if that would actually work. I had never even thought of that.
Yeah, well, and it's probably a really solid. I have ideas, man. Because that would be really simple, right? Just order a flight controller that works with your transmitter.
Okay, Don, stop talking. Go get the remote.
Shut up. All right, I'll be back.
Get the remote. Stop talking. Go.
I got a dumb question, Mitch. Can you live stream from an FPV drone off the DVR, or do you have to have a GoPro for that?
Well, we've been doing the live streams from FPV drones using a receiver called an AirDroid that plugs into the computer as in the USB port, and actually you tune it to the channel of your quad, and it sends that picture into your computer as a virtual camera. And then if you're broadcasting with OBS or one of those broadcasting softwares, you can then create a screen that shows your camera. And Ed, Love My Drones, has been doing this, and then he starts these live streams, and we all chime in. The problem is you need to do it from a computer. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it from a cell phone.
Yeah.
And when StreamYards said that they came out where you could now live stream from your cell phone on StreamYard, so I tried that, and they have no screen capture in that. So unfortunately, you'd have to have a screen capture. Now, DU screen recorder is what the guys were using to stream their. It does. It streams whatever's on your screen. And I haven't tried that yet because I've never really used it. I have to learn a little bit about the DU screen recorder, but I think it might be possible to start a live stream with the DU screen recorder, which mirrors your phone, and that runs in the background. Then you launch the app for the AirDroid receiver. So your on your cell phone screen would be the live feed from your drone. And it theoretically, it should stream that out on your YouTube. If you've started a live stream on YouTube, whatever's on your drone screen is going to go out on the feed. So we'll see. I'm gonna play with that a little bit. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. I was just curious because I, might get further involved in it down the road with FPV.
Yeah, it's fun. It would be fun watching guys learning how to fly, because watching them crash into everything is half fun.
Yeah.
First person view of the crash.
Yeah, I mean, I had a ball watching Art the other day. He's flying around, and it's underneath the chair, between his legs, around the corner in the kitchen. It's fabulous.
Sucked up under the back of the couch.
Is that an outdoor drone too? The Tiny Hawk too? Is that outdoor or indoor?
Either.
Okay.
I fly mine outdoors, and
the wind doesn't hurt it at all because of the size.
You don't want to fly it on a 20-mile-an-hour day, but 5 miles an hour, they scat pretty good. In fact, some of the Tiny Hawk Race and the Tiny Hawk Freestyle that use 2 batteries, they're great outdoors, but they're not really good for indoors because the props are exposed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All you need to do is fly one of them into your brand new big screen TV, and you'll be very unhappy.
Yeah, chop it up.
When I first started flying these things around in my house, I took old sheets and covered and hung them over the TVs on the wall, because I didn't want to. I mean, you're banging into everything, so you don't want to.
Yeah, I've seen some beginner FPV drones that have altitude hold. I don't know if would those be any good to practice with.
No, that defeats the purpose of practicing. You don't. The first one I got was the Eachine M80, I think it was. And it had that, but it didn't have beta flight. It had its own operating system and its own system of switches and modes, which weren't like any other drones. Best if you get the Tiny Hawk. Now you've got a drone, not the Go Fly one, but the actual Tiny Hawk, where you need a real transmitter and a real pair of goggles. Then you get to start to learn beta flight. And if you're going to get started in this, you learn how to set up the modes and bind your radio to it. And then from that point on, it's going to be just like, no matter how advanced you get, it's going to be using the same things that you've learned.
You're right.
In building drones.
Get an apple.
I feel like Steve Jobs eating some pretentious piece of douchebag fruit while I give orders to people.
Okay.
Well, how are you doing that? He's dead.
I never heard an apple called a pretentious piece of douchebag fruit. That's a new one for me.
Said I feel like a pretentious douchebag. I like that's Steve Jobs. Just like, I don't know, man. He used to eat fruit and tell people to do things. Every time I saw a video of Steve Jobs, he had a piece of fruit in his hands. He'd always walk around and tell people to do things. I don't think Steve Jobs is really the guy. Everybody, all right, we're not going to get into that.
Maybe you are one, Dan.
Mel Brooks said it best when he said, "It's good to be the king."
What's that?
So
Mel Brooks in one of his, he says, "It's good to be the king."
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's like Steve Jobs didn't really do anything. Think about it. Like, he told scientists what to do. Like, big, little, get on that.
Well, Wozniak was really the brains behind it at the beginning.
Yeah. That's an interesting story, though, about the garage days of that company.
Yep.
So have you been flying lately, sir?
I met Steve Wozniak several times. It was a friend of a girl that I dated.
Really?
And this would have been like in the, I want to say in the late 80s, early 90s, that time period. That guy was just like kick back, very nice, very polite, but like his mind was just like nonstop. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, he was like the ultimate nerd, wasn't he?
I regret not buying that stock back in the 90s. That would have been a good deal. Even for what's the other stock?
Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft, any of those.
Google.
Yeah, any of them.
Microsoft.
My cousin's husband bought into Google right the day it was released, and he bought a sizable amount. And all I know is they are very, very well off now.
So have you been flying lately, sir?
What's that?
Have you been flying lately? Only flying.
I may actually get up and leave in about 45 minutes and actually go put a drone up in the air if the clouds don't roll in again. We've had clouds rolling in every day afternoon. I mean, I can actually still see sun coming out, but it looks like there's clouds coming in, and typically by 3:30 in the afternoon, the sun's only been out like maybe 2.5 hours, and then that's it. No sun.
How you doing, Jackson RC Aviation? Thank you for popping into the stream. Hey, Dan, it's empty. It's done. It's over. Stop. Throw it away, sir.
Trying to eat the core now.
Still the middle.
Jeez.
Hater.
I'm not trying to hate. You're about to bite your fingers.
Well, no, he's going to eat the seeds, and they're going to sprout in the inside of him, and then it'll be passing them out.
Steve, you didn't ask him if he got one for everybody, like my pizza last night.
Yeah, really.
I got enough. I mean, I'll have to ship them to you, but I got plenty.
Here.
Okay.
No, oh, that's true. Here,
send me some oranges from Florida.
Here, tilt your mouth into the screen real quick so I can. I gotta go. There you go. Oh yeah, you like that? Pretty good, huh?
Thank you.
Is it bubbly?
Well, I think I'm gonna try kayaking with my drone tomorrow, but I'm not gonna actually fly the drone from the kayak. I'm gonna fly the drone from the shoreline and then go kayaking.
Ah, I get you.
I have a whole video showing how to take off from a kayak.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's more fun. It's more fun.
I'm not ready to lose my drone yet.
I do it. I don't know, man. I have my kayak loaded in the back of my car right now, full of drones in the back seat. Tomorrow's an adventure. I already started my video, so I did the whole. But yeah, bro, it is. Your skill set will improve highly trying to land while your kayak gets blown around. It's interesting. It's fun. I find it a challenge. I always give myself an extra 30% of battery to work with. That way, in case I'm like,
Okay, so Dan, wait a minute. I got a question for you on that Hobson Zeno range test that you did lately. So did you get any further or not? Did the boosters work or not?
Okay, so the home built boosters, you guys saw those, the pop can cut in half. It was actually this can right here cut in half. Yeah, so I made it to what? 1,024 meters. And then with the purchased ones, it only made it to 1,055 meters. It's not worth it. Just build your own. It's so cheap. 2 zip ties and a pop can.
Is that the Zeno 1, Dan?
Yeah, because without them, it only goes like 400 to 500 meters. So it double your range.
That's
but
a big difference.
There's a certain brand that you need.
I don't think it matters, man. Just parabolic distance. They're all goofy to me. I don't know. Oh, left my controller on.
Aluminum. Or like that guy that made them out of aluminum foil. He just took it and molded the foil, put it on the back side, so it was sending the signal all going forward.
With aluminum foil.
Got the same. He got further distance out of that than he did out of the special parabolic. You know, the ones that fold open and drop on. He got further distance with the aluminum foil than it did with the purchased ones.
I think the metal does have a lot to do with it. Gold actually would be the transmitting.
Oh, gold is phenomenal conductor.
Gold would be phenomenal for sending signal. But.
Steve, remember the days of rabbit ears? We used to just take aluminum foil and twist it all over the rabbit ears to make the reception better.
You got it.
When it comes to you, Joe, what are you going to do with the 2 Hobson Zeno 2s that you have? Are you going to get rid of one, or are you going to keep them both?
Probably just gonna keep them both. Souvenirs. Put one on the wall. That I don't know. I might sell it if they come out with a 3.
Send me one that's broken. I'll fix it, and then I'll wreak havoc on Hobson.
You will?
Yeah. When have I not? I don't think I've ever taken it easy on that company, dude. I take that back. 4 years ago, I took it easy on that company.
Yeah, I was going to say, you did the one time.
But you know what? I made up for it with the Hobson Hitler video. That was magical. For those of you that missed it.
What the hell is that?
The Hobson Hitler video? You've never seen the Hub? Just go on YouTube and type Hobson Hitler video.
Okay.
Go legit. You will find it in a search link. Hobson Hitler video.
Are those Hobson FPV drones any good?
No, don't do it.
The one that has the monitor on, I forget the model. It's a yellow one.
Don't do it to yourself. I tested the 122D Storm. It was a joke. The 123 is a joke. They're all a joke because they run on Hobson's version of what Acro is. There's no upgrading the flight controller to other things that I know of. It's a joke, man. It's just their whole company is a joke.
Yeah.
Yes, Sam. CEO of Hobson, if you're listening, I still think your company is a joke. He actually sent me an email. I don't know if you guys ever heard that, but I have an email from Sam saying that if I'm not willing to talk good about his company, he's not going to consider me for a partnership. I told him to eat a dick.
Yeah, all they care about is making money, coming out with these new models with barely upgradable, and the junk firmware crashes them.
Ray, by the end of this, I'm going to get you to say tits. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, gentlemen, it all comes down to one thing. The company's not making money. They're not going to produce anything.
That's all right. Hubs could just never come back.
Oh, they'll be selling drones, and you'll still be bitching about them.
Damn right.
You'll be complaining regardless.
I always have a complaint because I know drones could be so much better. They're holding back on us. It frustrates me. I just want it now. I don't want to wait. Make it better now.
Let me ask a question, though. Who's going to get the Mavic 3 when it comes out?
I'm not.
Not me.
All you people want your ADS-B. I'm avoiding that like the plague.
Well, I believe somebody here is gonna get it. At least 2 people. At least 3 people here gonna get it. Either Steve, Joe, or my sister get it. Probably.
Steve, I know you too well.
I want to see what type of range it's going to have.
Right now, I'm not interested. From what I've heard, it doesn't have enough on it. I'll fly what I own now.
How much better is it going to be than a Mavic 2? I mean,
you know, a good example is go out and watch Sean Oz's review, his last video he did. He flew the original Mavic Pro.
Yes,
against the Air 2. It flew just as far as the Mavic Air 2 on OcuSync 2. The original, OcuSync being on there flew just as well. At one point, there was a little breakup in the video, just at one point, and he was 15,000 feet out.
How often do you fly 15,000 feet away?
Never.
Me
just
neither.
For a range test.
Me neither.
Well,
just for a range test. I hardly ever go a mile.
And he wasn't doing it for range test. He was
was
using it for signal strength to find out how well the signal strength was going to hold up. So because he does a lot of cinematic stuff for his channel, and that's the biggest thing. He wanted to find out how well the signal strength would hold up to get the imaging back.
Yeah, I understand, but those tests for the real world that most of us fly in, where you're not allowed to fly out of line of sight.
Right.
Does it really make a difference whether your drone's got a 5-mile range or a 7-mile range?
No, not for me.
It doesn't make any difference. That's why for me, there would be no reason to upgrade. I don't need an 8K camera that shoots 120 frames a second, slow motion. I don't need that. I don't need that.
It looks pretty cool though when you do slow motion. I did a video with my Mavic Air 2 in slow motion. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
HDR mode. Yeah.
The hyperlapse that I did with it is pretty cool.
Right.
And
how often have you done a hyperlapse?
I did. I've done it several times over here because the weather's been so bad. It was just like an area. It started to clear, and it was at nighttime the first time. So I didn't even have a full charge on the batteries, but I took it up. And the one that I did, I wanted to make it as long as possible. So it's 20, I think the actual time is 21 seconds. It chewed up the whole entire battery.
Well, yeah, that's the problem with those things is, it takes any slow motion. And, you got to leave the thing run half a day to get what you.
Well, it's shooting 1 frame a second. It shot for 500 photos.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, Adrian.
Yeah.
Adrian, when you took out your Mavic Air 2, did you notice the battery life improved with the firmware update?
To be honest with you, I didn't really pay attention to that, but I guess I'm going to need to take a look at it. I don't know. I just know that I was up in the air for a while and the battery was still pretty good, but I didn't really pay attention to it now.
Okay. I was just curious.
Because if I'm not mistaken, according to the update, it has something to do with the battery, right? Increase something with the battery?
Yeah.
I don't. I just know it had to be updated. I don't know the extent of the update on it, on the battery.
I laugh because they're not really giving you more battery time. They're just allowing the voltage to go lower.
You think so?
Yeah. To make you feel good to get that extra 2 or 3 minutes out of it. So instead of running it down there, what are your batteries normally at?
25, 27 minutes.
Okay, give or take.
How
right.
about 27, 28
With
minutes? Something
recording.
like
All right, so now let's adjust the firmware and say, hey, we're not going to kick low voltage or LVC until a certain point. So they've always factored in safety zone, right? Your batteries consistently will put out, even at 0%, you can still fly your drone for an extended period of time. They just
Go ahead.
make that mark just a little lower.
I give you permission to play this on your stream.
Want to, Steve? Okay, go ahead.
Watch up over here by the harbor. You can't really see me because my arrow's white. You can see the boats coming in and into the harbor at the top left-hand corner up there.
Oh yeah, I see.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was a weird transition.
There.
that went from like 100 miles an hour to like stars.
Well, it was. That was the purpose of it. I didn't want you to come down.
Blend
Straight
it,
down.
bro. Blend it.
Straight down.
So the
All right,
Mavic 3.
Listen,
there
guys.
any-
Let me bail out now. My son is texting my wife. And he's out by you. You know that, Steve, California.
Yeah.
I got to get on this texting. But
Okay,
thank
Ray.
you.
See you, Ray.
Pleasure, and we'll do it again.
See you,
Take care,
Ray.
Ray.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate you, Ray Kelly.
Bye-bye.
So has anybody heard anything definitive about this Mavic 3, or is it still a bunch of rumor stuff?
In September, it's going to be released, I heard.
Wait, didn't Bill the Drone River say it was coming out 2 years ago?
Well, then it must be. Yeah, it's going to come out right
Along
after
with the Phantom 5.
Yeah,
Right, and the
because
Phantom 5.
Yeah, Phantom
Hey,
5.
hey, guys,
Yeah, the one with the interchangeable lenses that we all saw the picture of.
guys, let's not be rude. We got the man of the hour. We got Mr. Porn Stash, aka Jim. I bet PM Jones. He got the ugliest, brightest freaking shirt in the guy. You blinded me, dude. God damn, you blinded me. What's going on?
But the yellow shirt, you don't like that?
Yes. Too damn bright.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, guys. Hey, Mitch. Hey, Joe.
hey, how's it going?
Jim.
Dan, Steve.
Bro, you.
Oh, Adrian.
Yep, prick.
You,
All right,
you
but I love
need
you.
something green because then you can have your red hair, your yellow shirt, and your green light will put you as a signal out there.
Jim?
Because my face always goes ghost white. I turned the auto balance up.
That's right, Stingray. Joe Dirt has arrived. That's right.
If I turn it back down, everything's white as a ghost.
Jim's about ready to beat me up because of my Facebook.
I heard that was
He's
official
watching all
now.
my political posts.
I'm
Mike-
not as politically savvy as you guys are.
So wait a minute. So
Mike,
So wait a minute.
there.
Is this really true that the Mavic 3 is actually a fake?
Yeah,
I
news?
heard it was true.
That's what I was.
Look at the article.
Oh, one at
Yeah.
a time. One at a time. I can't hear anything anybody says.
That's why I asked you if anybody actually heard any real information about it, because everything we get on these things is always fake news. Somebody's putting up something with clickbait titles to get a bunch of views about something that might
Who
make.
does that? Who?
I think there's a YouTuber out there that does that. Yeah, one or two of them.
Breaking news.
Oh yeah. Let's roll that video in its entirety. That's right.
Yeah.
I was told by an enterprise dealer, the Canada enterprise dealer that I met at CES, that they were going to come out with the Mavic 3 in October or November.
Really?
This was just yesterday. Now, that's what I was obviously he was told that if he's an enterprise dealer, he might know. But that's just where I'm getting the information from.
Is it on the website?
No.
DJI?
No.
Nope.
No, you won't be on a website for a long time.
Well, I mean, it's a press conference for it.
The first clue is usually the FCC filings.
Right.
And these guys are looking at these FCC databases all the time, trying to find new stuff.
Right,
and
guys.
also,
I'm about to stream. I'm about to share something with you guys, and then you let me know. Hold on one second.
The easiest
Because
way is you
DJI
sign up
has
for
a
the
second
FCC
company.
database, and
Right
it
here.
sends you the email.
Can you all see that?
yes.
Yeah.
I can't read it, but I can see it.
Wow.
Mavic 3 release date. Oh, that's Drone XL. Yeah, that's the guy that the article said didn't know what he was talking about.
So this is the fake announcement?
Yeah, evidently. I don't know. Who knows? It's all fake. Everything you hear is fake.
Because that's what I heard, September 26th.
Hurry, Fook.
We'll wait for them to FAA register.
Well, don't forget, there's another company that DJI has that also files for them. It's not Beijing Innovations. It's one they have working with them.
You know, Nafi just came out with it.
They file a ton of stuff. Doesn't always come out to market.
All right, guys,
But
my OCD's got the best of me. My ADHD's kicking in hardcore. I'm about to like go die on the Widowmaker. I have to do something.
Hey, John Spence.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah, yeah.
So
sounds
you're
I
good.
got a great idea, Dan.
Yeah, I
What's the
can't sit
Widowmaker?
still anymore.
Listen, if you do have a bad, spill or something, put up a video with the title "Breaking News,"
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
and it won't be clickbait. Then it'll really when you broke your alarm.
Right, I broke something. Yeah.
News.
Hold on. Are you about to get on that hoverboard?
Yeah.
Man, fuck. Go turn the damn camera around. Do it right there where you are right now. Let me see.
Can't. I don't have the room to do it here.
Dude, listen, in my house, I got plenty of room. I squeeze to the little ass spaces with mine.
I know.
You're going to need a spotter, Dan.
The first thing I need to do is get Ron's big ass over here so he can ride the stupid thing with me. That way we got two fat guys falling in slow motion. You got to coordinate these things, man.
I like Joe's idea. You need a spotter.
Yeah, I am. Ron's going to sit back and eat some pretentious piece of fruit like we talked about and give suggestions. That's good, bro. You're doing great.
You should live stream it too, Dan.
Hey, Don, before you leave, I do want to ask you guys, and this is a great question by Bob Casey. Go ahead. If you guys go answer that for me. What would actually be a dream drone for you?
I didn't read that. What?
A Matrice.
Dream drone?
Right here. What would be your dream drone that you would like to have?
I don't have one anymore.
For me, it would be able to put any camera on something like the Matrice. And I only say Matrice because it is EMI shielded. It can get close to power lines and all that other stuff. But I'd love to put a DSLR on the damn thing.
That's the problem, though. See, I want to build the drone myself because I know what they're going to offer me isn't going to be what I'm looking for.
Right.
So for me, I've given up waiting for the perfect drone to come out. This is not going to happen.
And then look at the price you're savagely locked into. That M300, the M300 is only like $8,000. It's the camera that's 20 grand.
Yep. Build a heavy lift and put a DSLR on it.
That is such a great idea.
That I can climb into and fly. That's what I would like.
Right. Fly me to the moon.
Be on Ken Marin's show in the "Would You Ride It" section,
Well,
I'm definitely not interested in being the first in that area.
Bob, you can't change the original. No, that's not fair. You can't do that. There's one question only, sir. We're not Madam Melvin here. Marveline,
that's
whatever her name is. All lady.
So basically,
is that really the translation?
What?
Sorry, Adrian.
It is. There it is right there.
That's
Not in the sky.
Not in the sky.
That's a transition right there.
Wouldn't that be funny as hell? If that were true, man.
Now, Jim, the drone that you were showing us on your stream yesterday,
yeah, the Anafi.
Is that drone about a good $10,000 for it?
$7,000.
But before we go on with that, because look, man, that offers a lot in one package.
Yeah.
That is a very extreme camera setup for one drone to have all of that functionality. That is a very decent price point, in my opinion.
But still, if you know anything about FLIR, why are you only offering Boson? How come these guys can't put the FLIR View Pro?
I understand.
Radiometric into one of these drones because it's too heavy still.
Right.
They can't reduce its size. So they put the Boson in. Or look at that piece of junk Mavic 2 Enterprise. That's a FLIR Lepton. Go on to one of your GearBest sites and see how much it costs to buy a Lepton sensor. About $5.
And that's why they have police helicopters to put the big cameras on.
Yeah. They're huge.
Yeah.
Bob is not letting us go, man. GPS camera, more speed. No, it would be your dream drone. What would it be? I don't
want you to, no, listen, he wants you to be specific. You're not really giving him any specifics.
That's hard. You're talking about camera drones or FPV drones because they're whole different worlds.
But I've already discussed what my dream drone would be, man. And they don't have the tech out yet to do it. We've talked about this on Oz's show, man. I have this idea where Android gaming has taken such a crazy turn with all this VR stuff and Bluetooth controllers now walking around in real world environments, right? I wanted a drone that was capable of mapping in a real environment and then setting down and taking that mapping, which you guys would see it as photogrammetry in a sense, I guess, right? Pix4D.
Right.
Would take that and allow it to build a 3D environment for gaming inside of that, and then take a computer that can put out a Wi-Fi based link so everybody can tap into that. So you'll have a certain amount of players on this Android team, a certain amount of players on this Android team in a real field built out of a 3D environment based on what the drone has come up with, and then obviously a computer capable of taxing itself to put that out there for everybody's internet use, or for the 10 or 15 players involved that day. Too much?
Every kind of combination.
It sounds pretty good.
One that can take a 40-mile-an-hour wind, add a DSLR quality camera. You've already got micro four thirds cameras, but they're only stuck at 24 megapixels if you get a DJI X7. Now that's $4,000 for the camera and $4,000 for the 4 lenses that you have to get to put on it. See, there keeps going the money. And then what if they stop selling the batteries 2 years from now? You just wasted money again, right?
That's what happened to you.
Happened with the Inspire.
That's one of the advantages of having a drone like Dan that you build yourself that uses standard components that aren't going to become obsolete, and just regular old LiPo pack.
Yep.
That you throw them away and buy new ones.
And then you program it to do what you want.
It's got to go that way. A simple quad frame, right, with X8, double up and down props on it. Now you got a heavy lifter, and put anything underneath it you want.
Yeah, you put
your own flight controller.
You get a cube flight controller and
mission planner away.
And you can put RTK GPS on it. You can put a sonar sensors on it. You can put anything you want on it and build it.
Actually, the coolest I saw was Doppler radar. That was sick, man. Did you guys see that 3DR Solo with Doppler radar on it? Ooh, servo-driven Doppler radar. So they had Dopplers on the front that were doing this on servo boards, and they were using that for weather stuff. It was fantastic. Whoever did it, it was an incredible setup.
Bob, I can't really answer your question because
I know it's hard.
I don't dream of. I don't have anything that I really want at this point because what I want to have already. And, you know, when they come out, so it's doing what I want it to do, and I'm enjoying the hell, especially out of the FPV stuff. I'm loving it. I got the DJI goggles, which makes me feel like I'm flying in an IMAX theater. The digital feed is terrific.
I think that's the point, though, Mitch, is that
hold on, Mitch. I think you shouldn't be allowed to buy any more toys. I think you already have enough.
I mean, I've heard that.
I think you already have enough. I believe you should have a little gap. No more.
My toys are not expensive toys anymore. I mean, I used to have really expensive toys, big boats, airplanes. You know, now I have cheap little toys, so I can have more of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I think though, really, this comes back to Jim, Mitch, and me all have the capability to build our dream drone, and we know that. So for us, we're not searching for it anymore. If we want to commit to it, then we, you know what I'm saying? All of us have the ability to actually commit to it. Would you agree with that?
And they've made better and better batteries, so we're really not. There's no reason to limit ourselves. But those future regulations that we don't know about, it's still a big open question mark. If I spend, it wouldn't even cost a couple of grand to build something great.
Sure.
But would I be able to fly it 2 years from now?
Well, the good news about building it yourself is that nobody would be able to electronically stop you from flying it. They wouldn't be able to geofence you.
Yep.
You wouldn't have to call them for permission. So
now they can't make a constant system, a constant jammer, right?
No, they would. Because if they tried that, they'd have to jam virtually everything. You know, if somebody wants to get away with something, they'll find a frequency somewhere, set up a transmitter receiver, and figure out a way around it. They're doing it all now by this internet connectivity stuff and cell phone,
the 5G,
you know, 5G. But
so a lot of times though, you won't have to deal with that if you're running open source, because most of it you're going to be running a mission planner. So the moment it leaves, it turns the receiver off anyways. All it's doing is sending telemetry data.
Yeah, and you don't have to even send any of that stuff's pretty short range anyway. You know, you only, you know, what do you got, 100 milliwatt telemetry radio, maybe 500 milliwatts.
Yep. But by then it's off doing its own thing. It's
you pre-programmed it.
Yeah, but there's no software. There's no software that can lock your drone and light up on your screen. You know, you can't fly.
What's going on, the 4K9? Thank you for popping into the stream. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir. I'm Mr. Brian Mack is in the house. We have Bill, Coast to Coast Drones. Thank you for popping in, so I really appreciate you. Go ahead, tell us.
Bill Thomas, we were talking about the motion sickness issue, and Dan had some good observations on that, about concentrating on an object that you're flying to and not looking around at everything and trying to ignore your peripheral vision.
But it's hard, Mitch. That's the problem. It's hard to do that. That's my issue. Like, I tried it. Hold on, Dan. I tried it before. You know what I mean? Because Dan told me he's not going to let me fly his. I'm kidding, Dan. I'm just messing with you.
I did say that.
Anyway, so I tried it, Mitch, and honestly, I thought it was the freaking best thing ever. Instead of looking at my phone or the iPad, I feel like I'm actually in the cockpit. It's cool as hell, but everything that's going on, I had to take it off. Like, I almost fell.
Now, were these DJI? Was this the DJI white goggles for the Mavics, or was this an FPV drone?
I actually used it was an FPV drone.
Okay, you know, you can get the goggles for the Mavics, the white goggles or the RE edition, and you might be able to get used to flying with goggles because things aren't moving as fast. They're stable and locked. That might help you overcome motion sickness.
Does it help to sit too or standing? Which is better for that? It
really depends on the person. Vertigo happens to random people.
I like to sit because I'm old and it's comfortable.
I can stand or sit. Doesn't really bother me.
And what happens is when you stand, sometimes you get the body English thing going. You ever
you do that even when you're sitting. Yeah, you do that even when you're sitting. But I find a lot of the times you do more of the Ray Charles when you're sitting, which is where you're like,
Mitch, you, Mitch.
But hold on, because I had one more question for you, Adrian. When you tried those goggles, were they box goggles? One big screen in front of you?
Yes.
Okay. I find that those definitely are overpowering for people. If you were to get yourself something, what happens is when you get the box goggles, they're so aggressively zoomed in that you feel like you're sitting in the front of the movie theater. Whereas if you try somebody that has low profile goggles, right, it actually puts you at midpoint in the theater. So you actually see black. You realize you're staring at a screen and it's not just in your face. You're about halfway down the theater. And now you have a nice black square that you're staring at as opposed to this just up close and super personal, experience. Now, I did start with box goggles and I felt the same way, bro. They were horrible. Horrible. I finally learned how to fly with them, but it was the worst. As soon as I got my low profile goggles, everything changed, man. Flying became so much easier.
A lot lighter too, weren't they?
Well, no, I mean the EV800s. I had the EV800s Pros, and then I bought the first pair of EV goggles I bought were the EV100s with not true diversity, which is what you were looking at. But they kept having a problem. You'd be flying, and then they would just white out, and then they would never come back in until you unplugged and plugged in. The problem is you've already crashed your drone because they whited out.
Yeah, so, the Viper goggles have that mirror system in them.
Right.
You do feel that's what I like that the screen is actually further out there, and they also have, which is nice for first time goggles, you can take that bottom piece out. It opens it up, so and yet even though it lets in the light, you can still see the screen is bright and you can still see it, but you don't get that closed in claustrophobic feeling.
Yep, and that's what the cheap goggles do that to you.
They're about $170 for those things. The FXT Vipers, and
hold on, Mitch. I do want to welcome Drone Pool and Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate you. And we have Mr. Curtis Dart. You haven't been in a very long time, sir. Very long time. Thank you, Curtis.
Guys, I am dropping out though because I'm like, I feel like I just need to go do something. So
go skateboard.
Yeah, no, good. The Widowmaker.
I need you to push your ass and record it. That's what I want you to do.
Yeah, just make sure that GoPro is charged up before you head out the door.
I will not learn video. Tonight is just sit in a chair and put it under my feet and see what it does.
Have a
tomorrow to stand on it and see what happens.
All right.
Good luck.
See you later, buddy. Thank you for popping in.
To the root, Mike. I'm gonna call you in a sec. Drone Ranger, for anybody wondering. Toodles.
You're still here.
See ya.
See you.
Okay.
Yeah, I just received a phone call from a gentleman that maintains a building over next to the one I do, and he said he's out there at about this time because it's we'll be getting into sunset here in about another 23, 24 minutes. Sunset will be happening here on the coast. So he's inland, and so it's a little darker over there.
Okay.
A plane's flying low above about 100 or so feet above the hillside where the I-5 freeway runs. And he's flying in there and he's looping around, must have been doing some photography work or whatever, but he's just lumbering around and circling and, going around there. So he was above at the right height. Here comes this guy flying a Phantom from who knows where, and he's up at he's saying over 200 feet leaving from the hillside. So it's about 300 feet from there down to the property of where we're at least 300. So number one, if he's flying over at that height, he's above his 400 feet. The plane's flying around and he's flying out. So it's like, imagine this like valley, and he's up over here on this ridge. And the plane's doing this flying around here, and he's flying around within 50 feet of that aircraft.
Oh, cool. That's all we need.
And that's the reason we're getting crap like remote ID.
Right.
Yep.
And the fault is probably the guy in the airplane, but they'd never blame him.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I'm not. Do you have to have clearance to fly? Like crop dusters, are they cleared ahead of time? What's up with that?
Here in California, I know they have it's like a kind of like what your provision is for flying your drone over there by the airport. They have a provision for flying there because they fly at nighttime at very low altitudes because of here in the Central Valley here in California. It's 100, 105 degrees at nighttime out there in the Central Valley. So they do their flying at nighttime where it's cooler.
Well, they're all talking to somebody. And when you're talking to somebody, you can do anything because they clear you too, right there. Mm-hmm. Police helicopters, traffic copters are constantly communicating with ATC through their whole flight. And they'll say, I need to go to 300 feet. They'll clear them to 300 feet. As long as somebody, if they're in it, and even in uncontrolled airspace, they're still on somebody, get flight following on somebody's radar to make sure that somebody's watching them. So if that airplane, and in Southern California, especially with the traffic that they have, the air traffic, they have all kinds of corridors for VFR traffic to traverse. Some of them go right across the top of the big airports.
Oh, that's usually it's perpendicular to the airport. You can usually go straight across. Yeah. Because that's the safest place to fly, especially if you're in a helicopter.
I know in Tampa, when I used to fly from Orlando to St. Pete a lot, I used to cross right over the top of Tampa International Airport, and it was. It was a while ago. I don't remember these, but it was like if you were going from east to west, they put you at 1,600 feet, which is higher than any landing traffic. Right. And if you were going the other way, they put you at like 2,100 feet, about 500 feet above. And these airplanes just crossing right over the top of the airport all day long. Yeah. But of course, they're not interfering with any landing traffic because the landing traffic's all coming in from the north and south. Mm-hmm. And by the time they get near the airport, they're on the ground.
Yeah.
And
well, he would have to have some kind of clearance to be flying over a freeway at a lower altitude because he was below the 500 feet. So he had to get approval whether he applied for it for, which a lot of photography companies, they do all that, behind the scenes and get it all done. The pilot grabs the paperwork and away they go.
Yeah. Or they can do it in impromptu, they might not get clearance, but they can just call, whatever the governing, whether it's approach control center or whoever handles that particular piece of airspace, they can just call them up on the radio and give them a request.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they'll fit you in. They'll work you right in. You don't unlike drones where you have to apply for these things 3 months in advance.
Yeah. Because we have, I'm trying to think of the center here. I can't think of it right offhand, but it picks up Orange. It picks up between Orange County, Long Beach comes out of it, and what's the other one that comes out of it? Actually, no, they're not as far down as San Diego because that's the other main center coming out of San Diego because that traffic center comes out and takes everything going, east, south, and west taking off.
What you have with it's very simple. You have it's like federal, state, local, neighborhood governments. You got an airport. First thing you have is ground control. Okay, and they handle all the taxiing, and then you turn over to the tower. The tower handles flights right before landing to right after takeoff. Then they turn you over to departure, or you're talking to approach control. And that you usually get turned over to them about 10, 15 miles out maximum. Everywhere else, if you're on IFR, they turn you over to an air traffic control center. And they cover huge areas in between the airports.
Yeah, because the main one here is for SoCal that we have here, and it hits every major metropolitan airport from above Los Angeles to San Diego, going out to Ontario, and then going in towards Vegas. So you're picking up that whole area.
I do want to go ahead and say what's up to Chris Hub. How you doing, Chief? Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you.
Who's here?
So,
Chris Hub.
Yeah, Chris Hub is here.
Hello, Chris.
His daughter's here. Bill Costico joined us here. Again, I got the link in the chat if you guys want to go ahead and pop into the stream. There it is once again. So, Jim, have you been doing any flying, sir?
Not in this weather. You know what we've had. I had a storm today that, we had this gondola, whatever you call those things. She got it from Walmart, and it's got it so all the nets on all four sides where it keeps the mosquitoes out. With the storm we had today, Mitch.
I know, that was some storm, wasn't it?
Picked it up and blew it away, broke the thing. She had it up for 2 days.
I didn't know. We haven't had any rain for a couple of days, and all of a sudden today it just let loose.
I'm telling you, it's been raining over here like crazy every day.
It was actually dry at the park. I went out to the park this morning and flew, and the ground was dry. That's the first time the grass wasn't wet out there in the morning. It was wonderful. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to go out there tomorrow morning. It'll be all wet from this rain tonight.
Okay, why is everybody quiet?
I don't know.
What the heck is going on?
We've said
somebody on mute?
Yes.
What was that subject that you guys and Curtis are talking about with different parts of the country? He's got photos of that or video of that?
Well, let me see right here. This is what he said. So he said that he already got footage from California and Florida. He was actually talking to Bill, Coast to Coast Drone.
Oh, okay.
But he said he wants footages from these countries right here.
You're going to make a around the world video?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Hey, Curtis, go ahead and pop into the stream and talk to us a little bit, sir.
Yeah, and I'm going to pop out, guys, and go to bed. Enjoyed it, Adrian. Thanks for the invite. And
thank you, Mitch. I appreciate you, sir.
See
Joe,
you, Mitch.
You, Steve, see you. Jim, you too. Tomorrow night, come see me. 6 o'clock.
I'll be there.
All right, buddy.
Take care.
Are you home? Everybody in the chat, and take the rest of the day off. I will.
Have a good night, buddy.
Bye.
Good night.
Hey, Adrian, is there any restrictions at the parks with the spike in the coronavirus? Are they closing the parks at all? Or
here, some of them are closed.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they are. They even got a whole bunch of the police yellow tape around it. Like you can't even go to
in the
door.
parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah, or the gate or nothing. You can't even do anything.
Really?
What about the beaches? Are those shut down too?
They shut the beaches down for 4th of July here. And they're shutting down actually July 2nd, and bars are closing down July 2nd.
Okay, and that's even if you wear a mask, you still can't do anything?
You can go to a restaurant, but bars are closed down.
Okay.
Exactly. And the thing is that there's some restaurants that actually have allowed dine-in, but now the way they have it, Joe, is they have a table.
Yeah.
You can sit in 2 tables. Right there, they're closed. Then you got a table over here. 2 you can't sit in, and they just have you so far apart.
Just got them spaced out at least 6 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. It's like every other booth, and then the tables are spaced apart. So like there's one here and then one here, off at an angle. So there's the 6-foot distance in between all of them. And then the ones that have fixed tables on them, there's a big X of tape across them.
Yeah.
Our grocery store is doing that with the X's on the ground where you have to stand on them and space out.
They do that in that Circle K. We have them.
Yeah.
That's your convenience store, you know.
Mhm.
They call it 7-Eleven, Circle K.
Yeah.
Right.
They do that on the floor too.
Hey,
People are listening to it.
Hey, GFO drone and tech guy. It all depends where in Florida you are. Like, I think where you at again, Jim?
I'm down in Melbourne, Palm Bay.
Okay, I'm over here in Bronson, so I guess it all depends where you at.
He's North Florida, I'm Central Florida, and we've got some members who are South Florida. And Dan, who was just on, is from the West Coast of Florida.
Is Ray Kelly? He's in Florida, isn't he?
I thought he was down in like Boca area.
Yeah.
Okay. Boca Raton, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what you're doing, Curtis. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're still allowed to go to. You're supposed to wear a mask every place going out now. That's been
that mandated through the governor.
A week and a half ago, the governor pushing it on.
Okay.
Because of this increase. You're testing everybody, and you've had everybody locked up for 3 months. What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, they want to get out.
I think, Brian, that's if you're paying for StreamYards, you can actually have 10 guests.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Mitch, because he asked me the same thing. And I was saying, I believe that it works if you have to have the pay version.
It's six online, 10 total, and four in the green room.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Say that again.
6 online.
6 on the panel max,
right.
and 4 in the green room. That's where you get the 10.
So nothing has changed.
No. Right before I had to go on that phone call I had to take, I had double checked on StreamYards to double check it so we could get back to that.
Okay. Thank you, Stanley Area Solution. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for popping in. Have a great evening. Yeah, Bob Casey. Some of the places over here, they actually open at 25% to 50%. As a matter of fact, it's crazy, Jim, since you're in Florida. Here in Florida, in every DMV that you have to go to, you can't even walk in anymore. You have to make a freaking appointment ahead of time for you to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Are they doing it over there?
You know what? That's interesting. I don't know, but July is coming up, my birthday month, and I will have to re-register the cars and not the driver's license yet, because that's every 7 years, but the cars I do it every year, and I guess we'll see.
You can't just walk in. You cannot.
Can you do it online, Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. You just do it online, your registration.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the registration. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're right. But anyway, for you to walk in,
you get a discount for going in there. If you pay online, there's like a 3% fee or some stupid crap.
Oh, okay.
I had to, by me being a truck driver, I have to renew my DOT physical card every 2 years.
Right.
So I'm thinking I could just walk in like I used to before. You know what I mean? Walk in, no problem. But now the lady told me, well, you can't just go in. You got to make an appointment. And sometimes you got to make an appointment 2-3 weeks in advance.
Mm-hmm.
For you to go in.
That's what happened to me.
Okay. And then you got to have your mask. And before you even go in, they got to take your temperature, and they got to ask you the whole COVID-19. Have you been out of the country for within the 14 days, or have you been in contact with people, all that crap before they even let you in?
Yep.
Dude, I don't even own a mask. So unless they're supplying me with one, we got a problem.
They won't give you one. You got to buy. You got to have your own.
No, that's not happening. That ain't happening.
I'll ship you some, Jim.
No, I don't even want them, Steve. You know that.
I know, but the only reason I have them is to get out, to go to the market. I'm not going to get into a contentious affair with all these people running around.
Yeah, well, they didn't mind when I was picking up their friggin' gloves from the parking lot of Walmart. Disgusting bastards would come out of the Walmart, take their gloves off, and just throw them on the ground.
And their masks the same way.
Yeah, I'd walk around picking them up. I'd walk around picking them up, and people would look at me like, "Oh, you're crazy! You're gonna die!" And well, I'm still alive.
I think the
people are
flu
just
actually
pigs.
kills more people than this coronavirus.
Yeah, the regular flu.
There's a whole bunch of real good information that's come out about that, Joe, that you need to dig into.
There's a rumor Trump might wear a mask now. Did you hear that today?
That would be funny. That would be funny. Hey, Adrian, I'm going to share something with you. I don't know if I shared it with Steve. This is the final thing I got today.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
It's up there already.
All right, give me 1 second.
This is from DJI's Repair Center in California.
Go ahead.
They're saying that my Matrice 210 went in because the flight controller board broke, or what you would call the MC, what they call the main controller. So they said they replaced the main controller with a testing board, and the function was regained with limitations, whatever that means, right? So then they broke apart the expansion bay where the power ports are, Steve, and the switches.
Right. Uh-huh.
So the expansion bay would not start the binding process with the testing main controller board in. So they had to take that apart. The expansion bay was replaced with a test board, and it regained the function. So now the two boards are working. Using two sets of their batteries, now you saw the condition of the battery compartment, right?
Right.
Using two sets of their batteries, the compartment would not eject the batteries. So the springs are faulty and will eventually give out on you, Jim, causing a battery signal error in the future. The two modules are deemed faulty and cannot be removed. That's $1,000 of damage they did. With the battery module at 347 and the expansion bay at 552. But this is it. There's going to be nothing more said.
Okay, Jim. So wait a minute. So are you basically telling me that according to that email they just sent you, you're basically screwed?
Yes. Yes. Now,
let me get this straight. So let me get this straight. They actually busted your drone open, quote unquote, trying to fix it. And excuse my French, guys. You know, anybody that I hope nobody gets offended. So basically, fuck it up. And now you gotta be stuck with a messed up drone,
liable for it.
They show you. They show. Look at the pictures that I just posted there. Pick that up. This is from them.
Let me go ahead and
Bill's saying he sent you something on Messenger, Jim.
Okay. This is my drone, right?
Right.
They're showing it. You see the condition. Now watch two pictures later. This is the same drone, they're saying. The switch is missing. It's all broken apart. So they're doing this damage, but charging you. We go two pictures back, and this is the condition of my bird as sent in to them. Perfect condition.
The switch is there, and there's no breakage on it.
Even look at the seals. They're shining in brand new condition. Trust me, I take care of my stuff. And then you get over to the stuff they show. These things are flaking and dry. There's a better picture of that. This is the SD card slot is falling out of the drone. This thing lays flush with the bird. But here, look at the flaking on this. Does he see? This thing is getting dry rot, this seal.
Yeah.
Look at the gap. Like. Look at the gap here. Wait. Where's the broken battery compartment? How many drone pictures are mixed up in this repair order of mine? Mine's never been crashed, so how does it have that crap on it? Now, these are all just junk pictures they're showing because I kept bitching at them, saying they're showing me the wrong pictures because mine said it cannot take off, and mine shows nothing. Not a dead battery up there. It shows NA for battery information. So they still can't get their pictures to jive with what I'm telling them. But in any event, the discussion is over on their part. So my bird goes from looking like this to them destroying it like this. because that is my sticker number. And there's nothing I can do about it. So if they turn around and send me someone else's bird, now mine only has 100 flights on it. They could send me someone else's bird with 200, 300 flights on it, right? And the ESCs are going to be used up. You know, they're only guaranteed for 200 flights anyway.
That's ridiculous. 200 flight warranty?
Maintenance-wise, because in their own maintenance manual, they tell you to change ESCs and think about replacing the motors at 200 hours. I said 200 flights, but it's 200 hours.
But your flights technically are not that because you kept on cutting out 50% and even less than that, and it started a new flight again.
This drone would go a mile and a half away and then disconnect, signal lost, everything gone. And for 5 minutes, nothing would happen. And then it would come back. I have the air data flight records. I showed them the flight records and everything. But listen, it's a lost cause, man. It's all over the DJI forums, the actual video of me before I sent it in. It's in the DJI forums. It's in Twitter. It's in Twitter Enterprise, DJI Enterprise support. So there's nothing I can do.
Oh, my God. Sorry, Joe, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Wild Brian, man.
Yeah, I see it.
He's a fool.
You crazy bastard.
Oh, my God.
Brian said, I quickly got that off the screen. Did you see that, Brian? Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing you can do, guy. You're at their mercy. But let me tell you something. Okay, if they take your drone apart, why don't you get a new warranty?
Because they're not replacing motors. They're not replacing anything else.
That's the motors and the ESCs is the only thing they're not replacing. The damn thing only went in for a printed circuit board failure.
The parts that they replace should be under warranty.
I didn't, even though it was having the problems, I did not send it in.
No, I'm saying when you get it back, those parts should be under warranty.
Are they?
They should be.
It's not stated anywhere.
Hey, Jim, have they come down on the price at all since the last week's initial price?
From $3,000 to $2,500. That's it.
That's it. Bottom line.
They still say the same thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian Mack, I'll see you later, man. Thank you for popping in, sir.
Good night, Brian.
Take care, Brian.
Hey, what did he say? I missed it.
Who?
Brian Mack. You said he sent
me a message, right?
No, Bill. Bill.
Oh,
Thomas.
Bill.
On Facebook.
Oh, he sent me the Trump in the with the mask on.
Oh.
Let me see. Yeah, I could share that, right? Yes. Go to this. Go to.
Bill, forward that to me.
Hey, Jim, this is what he said right there.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
What'd you say, Adrian?
This is what Bill said right here to you.
Did you see that message? Yeah, this is the message he's talking about.
Okay.
In Facebook Messenger. Oh my God, you have to go to applications. Chrome tab. Where the hell is it? Is it Donald?
While you're doing that, Jim, one thing that I have to go through is with them damn masks is that they fog them up freaking at work. Glasses that I have to wear, they fog them up pretty much good. Because I have to wear the mask.
Why won't it show? I'm trying to get it to show you this stupid picture that Bill sent with Trump in the mask, but it's not showing it.
Well, you heard what Sleepy Joe said. He said he'd make it mandatory that all people would have to wear a mask. It's just
Sleepy
stupid.
Joe?
Is you double click and enlarge the link that Bill sent you, and then share that link. It's going to come up as another link.
Wait a minute, Joe. But are you talking about Sleepy Joe?
Yeah, Sleepy Joe Biden. He said
Sleepy
he'd make
Joe.
everybody wear a mask.
That's just asinine.
Yeah. Even people that have asthma and stuff.
He's a jackass.
Oh my God! I opened this thing 17 times.
Don't even get me started. He's a jackass. I don't even know how people want to vote for him. I don't get it.
Well, you know all these polls that have him up ahead. You know those are the same polls that had Hillary Crooked Clinton winning the election in 2016, and you saw how badly she got beat.
Mm-hmm.
There, Adrian, you should be able to see that.
All right, hold on. Okay. Oh my God. Got it.
That's got to be fake, right?
Oh yeah, it's fake news. I've never seen him wear a mask.
Wait, I didn't see that. Oh, there.
Yeah, that's fake. It's Photoshop.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at the face. You can tell.
Yeah.
That is funny, though. Okay, stop sharing.
He did say, though, that he would look good in a mask if he had to wear one.
Now, remember how long it was that we were all bitching about the Muslims that come in and wear that, well, I don't know what you call it, across their face. All you can see is their eyes. And we're giving them driver's licenses, for Christ's sake. We don't even know who they are. We can't pick them out of a lineup.
Yeah.
Also, what about the burqa? You know, the thing about how they keep saying something about that religion where they won't take the whatever they have around their head to show their hair or stuff like that.
A burqa or whatever that's called?
I think they call it a burqa, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
How you doing, Metro Jones? Thank you for popping in, sir.
What's up, Bill?
Hello, Bill.
I keep forgetting his freaking name. It's Bill. That's what it is.
I keep forgetting Peter Carroll's name. What's his name?
Chatterbox.
That's a hard one.
Mr. Chatterbox.
Whatchamacallit? George Carlin did a comedy skit on that time. All right, and you hear the bell ringing. All right, $50 if you can answer this question, Bill. What's your name, Bill? An old George Carlin joke.
I remember.
Hey, Jim, look what he said. That's his name right there.
Hey, bud. Oh, Pete Carroll, Fred. That's the bird's name.
You take care, Bob Casey.
Muslim men have been making their women wear masks and walk 6 feet behind them for decades. Yeah.
Thank you, Bob Casey. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, buddy.
Have a great night, Bob. I hope everything gets squared away at the house with that internet.
Hey, Jim, what the four-eyed Canaan actually said, that's actually true.
Yeah, walking behind him and all that.
Even
And they're not allowed to look at you, right? The women?
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, in their country, they consider second, what is the word?
Second-class citizens?
Second-class citizen, yeah. And they have to be with like a male, whatever, you know what I mean? They're not even allowed to go nowhere without a male permission. And if I'm not mistaken, rape over there is not even a crime.
Well, I doubt it. How would you know? I mean, if someone raped you, I mean, there's just one big, huge burqa. My brother bought one home from when he was in the military from Saudi Arabia. You know, the whole thing that they wear, they're friggin' huge, man. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to wear anything underneath it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, if they're running around in the desert, they've got this big, huge thing on, but it's light and you don't have to wear anything underneath it. But it is definitely an identity crisis problem here in the U.S. You couldn't get away with that. How do you identify somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then what about the women that walk around looking like this right here? All you see this little piece of the face right here. Looking like freaking
scary.
That's all you see right here. That's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll take that one. I'll marry that one. Why?
Yeah, remember the days? In the days you couldn't wear even a knit cap over your head or anything. You didn't dare go into a bank or anything. Now everybody's covered up, and the amount of bank robberies has gone through the roof in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get you, GFO. He's been over there. It's definitely another world, another culture.
Oh, God. Thomas O'Sullivan, he's a fool. I don't want it.
So the women are all naked under the... Yeah, you don't want them, though. That's the whole thing. You can't pick one.
Might
You're
get
picking a
more
set
than
of
you bargained
eyes.
for.
Right.
So, Jim, going to my topic, would you prefer FPV drones or would you prefer GPS drones? That's a question for you.
GPS.
What about you, Steve?
GPS. I have my reasonings, my eyesight, my vision.
I have my reason too. I love GPS drones. I think they're cool as hell. Believe it or not, Jim, I know you probably hate it, but I love the return to home feature. I freaking love it. I think it's freaking amazing. Although I'm a good pilot and I know how to bring it back manually, but I just love the return to home feature. I love it. Now, what about you, Joe? You prefer FPV drone or GPS drone?
I hate the beeping.
I've only flown GPS, so GPS at the moment.
I actually flown FPV before, and it looks cool as hell. But I get like I was telling Mitch and Dan, getting used to the goggles, it makes me the motion sickness. It makes me, you know what I mean. So I have to get used to it.
You know, the box goggles that Mitch mentioned, and so did Dan, saying about it's so much of an area because the screen is a whole screen. Jerry Caverly, when I went to Spin Up, brought, I don't know, 5 or 8 pairs of goggles for me to try on there so I could see if they would fit with, wearing glasses. And the box goggles, I forget the name of it, but they were talking about the model. On the bottom of it, it can open up. So it's not like you're completely, locked in. The bottom can open up so daylight can come in and you don't feel that energy coming in.
Right.
Because at first I started when it was all closed up. Jerry took off flying, a bat out of hell. I grabbed onto the fencing because he had an HDMI cord from his unit plugged into the goggles, and it was like, whoa!
Exactly, that's what happened to me. So when I was doing it, Steve, I was standing up. And next thing you know, I'm doing it. I literally fell down on the ground. Like I lost it. I fell on the ground. Then I sat down, and I'm trying to relax. But the whole time it's moving, it's like what? It's like I didn't even know how it happened. But while I was moving, my whole body was moving too. Like I just started moving with the drone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so when we were there, it's in essence spin down the day after spin up at the Ball Diamond. A couple of guys had some drones in there that they brought over. And I know Ken Dono tried flying it there. Sean Oz did, and a few other people. They had them out there teaching them off to the side in the open area there. And the only real accidents that happened was Ken Dono with his Mavic, because there were so many Mavics up in the air. He thought his drone was one of the other ones, and he was throttling in, came in, it wasn't his, and his comes in and goes, whoom, right past 3 people, bam, right into the fence.
Holy crap.
It held up, just broken props.
I do have to agree with GFO. I think I do love my GPS drones more for the photography and video. I got what's going on, Al Diaz? How you doing, buddy? JSK Enterprise, how you doing, boss man? Thank you for popping in, sir. Al Diaz is always late to the party. Have you noticed that, Jim?
Well, see, they can afford to be late. It's 3 hours earlier over there.
Yeah, he always late. Just like Steve. If I didn't text Steve, he will never be here. I'm watching you, sir. I'm watching you.
I had my computer on waiting, and I didn't even see you come on.
Here's the excuse right there. I knew that was coming.
I turned on there because actually I went to your community page.
See,
and if you look what time I posted and liked the community pages and the posts of stuff you posted, I liked it. If you look back, that's how early I was over on your page.
When I came over, Adrian, you had 6 people on there, so I didn't jump on StreamYards till Dan dropped out.
Yeah, well, I was basically like I said also that I was gonna actually, if people are gonna stop up and I'm gonna do exactly what you do sometimes, you know, like put people in the green room, then bring somebody else, just give everybody a chance to talk.
And it's hard to do that and then keep the conversation flowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it is.
Whoever you bring in, they have to pick up the conversation because they can hear you in the green room. They can hear everything.
Correct. Chris, you're gonna pop in or not, sir? I know that ball game already finished. Stop being a jackass and come on in for a minute.
Yeah. Hello, Al. How are you doing?
Hey, Adrian, did you get Chris's hat in the mail yet?
Actually, yes, I do. I got. He sent me a whole bunch of shit. Did you know that fool went ahead and sent me a 4-pack battery for my damn smoke detector?
He told me he was going to send it to you.
That's why you don't have the damn thing chirping anymore. I actually changed it.
You can't open that until Matt's stream on Friday night, though.
That's what he told me. He told me he can put his foot in my ass if I open it now. So I'm leaving it. I use the battery. I got one of the battery, but that's it.
I was talking with Chris and we were joking about that. And he goes, I'm sending him a damn package of batteries.
I remember that. What was that, after a stream or something, Steve?
Yeah, it was when we were listening to the whole thing chirp the whole entire night.
Yeah. Were they good batteries, Adrian?
He's saying a good Duracell battery. He's saying
Duracell.
I rolled.
The first time Adrian changed that battery, I swear it sounded like he dragged a dead body over to it. You remember that, Adrian? What did you say? You dragged the chair over?
Listen, Joe, they were Jim, Chris, Ron, who else? Matt, everybody was just talking a whole bunch of shit. So you know what? I'll be right back because I keep chirping. I changed it. I came back. They're talking about, hey, everybody started clapping. He finally did it. I mean, these freaking fool, even Aldine talking shit.
Well, you know, now the new ones, they're good for 10 years.
The smoke detectors or the batteries?
You don't change the batteries in them.
Mm.
They're in it. They're good for 10 years.
Yeah, GFO John, I actually saw that, sir. You're actually pretty far from me. I would say you're at least, about 4.5 hours.
Mm-hmm. No, Al, we're not in a shelter in place. We can still go to restaurants. We can go in. They're shutting down bars and they're closing down the beach on the 2nd.
I mean, it's getting bad. A lot of people do not want to do the whole social distance stuff and do not want to wear the mask. So people are getting infected. And Florida is actually growing now. Well,
I hate to just blow everybody's bubble, and Jim will affirm this. When you lock people down and you put them in their house and they go out and they come back, it's going to hibernate in the house. It's going to stay in there and it's going to grow and infest it. Then that person goes out. If they would stay out, leave their windows open and start moving, the rate of this second wave The second wave was caused, excuse me, by these a-holes that supposedly have these medical degrees. They're the ones that caused it. If there was not a shutdown and you would have kept it going, we wouldn't be having this jump again.
Well, that protesting too, that threw a whole bunch of people
that
together
really
and
spiked
just,
it up.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yes.
they were doing complaining about social distance, but then when everybody started doing all the rioting and BS on the road, you didn't see nobody with a freaking mask. You
Yeah.
saw some of everybody.
Did you guys see they closed down that CHOP area in Seattle today?
You know why?
Well,
The one council person took the protesters over to the mayor's house.
yeah, and it got vandalized, didn't it?
Yeah. Now isn't that hypocrisy?
Yeah,
now
it's not
it was
summer
okay,
of love.
okay before, but now you come to my home and now we're cleaning house.
Well,
Yeah.
she said it was a summer of love, and now it's not so much.
I saw that. But see, it's funny how it works when it's how can I say? They were doing all that fussing, but now that they actually got screwed, now they want to go ahead and say, "Oh, now it's time to go ahead and lay the hammer down." Well, it's too late.
Yeah,
you already give him. You give him a pass pretty much.
It's like you left the doors open to the barn, and now you want to go. You have to go chase after the cows.
It's just like
four-eyed canine. If you're going out into public, in other words, you're going into a supermarket or like Costco, grocery store, stuff like that. Yeah, but we can go into a restaurant and you take your mask off and you can eat in the inside. And it's technically no governor has the authority and no law enforcement has the authority to force you to wear the mask legally. And our sheriff here for our county said they're not going to enforce it.
That is true, Jim.
You guys see where?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say New York City even voted to defund the police today, $1 billion in their budget. That's going to cause a lot of chaos too.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I don't know if you actually saw the news, Joe, Jim, and Steve, but in New York, doing all that damn rioting, a DJI store got robbed.
Yeah,
they stole the drones. Did anybody see that?
No, good luck trying to fly them. They probably won't even know how to fly them if they ever get them up.
You gotta activate them.
Exactly, but see, not just that, a whole bunch of them only took the drone and not the freaking remote. So now you just pay for it. You can't keep with it.
That's some idiots.
And
man.
they took the Mini over the Mavic 2. Idiots.
I think I saw one guy take off with a. Okay, now I heard. I don't know if this is true that, like the Inspire 2 that they had there. I heard it was just a shell.
Yeah,
like it really didn't have the gun. Yeah,
it was all
just a display.
Everything in the front counter. What I heard in the report were all models, displays. They were not actual drones.
I like that, Al. Yeah, I in fact, I went to the local Circle K today to get my cigarettes, and I had to move the friggin' plastic away so I could tell the guy what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got this plastic sheet hanging down, and what I love it at Walmart because the plastic sheet is as wide as the cash register. Like, that's stopping anything, you stupid idiots. Like, the air isn't coming around it or above it.
Exactly. Right? Exactly. It's just a little bullshit that plexiglass that's probably, like a foot wide. That's it.
It's a corporate reaction so they can say they did something.
Knee-jerk reaction, exactly.
Yeah. We did something. What else did you want us to do? Filter? Yeah, okay. I want everybody to put HEPA filters in their air systems. Every time the door opens, you just exchange the air in the store.
Yeah. And every time somebody comes in, they're just breathing it back in.
So what you're basically saying is you're going back to no, it's not. It's not. It's not the 1800s like a plague. I saw a mannequin in the store window with a mask on. Oh my god.
Now, you guys, I wish I had it, but there was a post. Somebody, somebody actually put up a video on TikTok. This lady went to a freaking grocery store. I think it was a Publix. She had, you know how you have those old big box computer monitors?
Yeah.
The old ones. She had one of those on as a mask. Listen, they took out all the shit from inside. She had the
shell
on her head. Yeah, the shell on her head.
Oh, like a big cathode ray arc tube.
She literally looked at that thing.
Yeah, cool Halloween costume.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. And that was how we're wearing a mask.
I wonder if they'll cancel Halloween trick-or-treating because of all this crap.
Recovery drone is Mr. Dre.
How you doing, Recovery One Drone?
Yes.
Thank you for popping on the stream, sir. He got some cool videos, Jim. He be doing the whole like construction videos and stuff like that.
909, isn't that a Florida? Is that a Florida exchange? I thought that was down by us because I know what
909 is here.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah.
Okay. We got 854. He's part 107. Okay. Cool. The only thing I would ever say to anybody in relation to my situation is the minute your DJI drone has a problem, send it back for repair. Don't wait like I did.
Yep.
Because mine would not fail every flight. One day it would fail, the next day it wouldn't. And I said, well, then I'm not going to send it, but I should have just sent it back.
Yep. And 949 and 616 and 213 and yeah, it's the what we call the Inland Empire.
I'm going to see that. South Florida South Florida area codes.
954. I know that's one of them.
South Florida area codes.
Well, I mean, we pretty much 352, Jim, right?
Well, I'm 321 because of the rockets taking off. 3, 2, 1. That was their funny idea. Because we used to be 407, just like Orlando.
Okay.
And then they thought, well, hey, let's get, classy. Whatever the hell. Because we've got 813, 854. I thought we had a 901 or something like that down in Dade.
You have 904.
904, see?
And 941, 954, 863, 850, 813, 786.
All right. We get
here
a great app. It's a great app.
Here we have 352, 904, 386, 813.
You got 813 up by you?
No. Okay, I'm saying the one that I know close to me.
Right.
No,
because normally when I see those 8s, I know they're from Broward County. Mm-hmm. Somebody played a ludicrous song. We were talking about that something has ludicrous mode. Oh, Al said that the Autel Pro Evo 2 has ludicrous mode. I grew up in Arcadia. We just dialed 7. Well, ours used to be Andrew 50477.
Yeah.
They were all alphanumerical.
When to tell you how long I've been, the telephone number of my parents' home was what they used the letters. It was Gypsy, GY6.
That's what I'm telling you, Andrew 5.
Yeah.
0477. It used to be you had Gimbals shop at home service. You just dialed Gimbals.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, in those days, you used to get a phone book for your county that was this friggin' big. But at least you could look up.
Didn't it?
Yep, operator. I remember when the last lady, they used to have something called the party line, and it was like instead of $5 a month, it would be $1 a month if you were on a party line. But you could pick up the line and somebody would be talking, so you'd have to hang up and try again in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
When they phased that out, we had this one lady, Mrs. Hergerton. She was not giving up, man. She fought them tooth and nail to keep that party line to the last day.
Was her name Miss Cleo doing the fortune telling?
No. I thought I saw her on a. Is she one of those? I can see them now. The kids are buried over there, people. Is she one of them?
I think so, yeah.
I thought I heard that when they were doing the BTK killer, they had actually brought her in. They were just so lost on how to find out who the hell was doing all the killing.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, we were so desperate.
They found the freeway killer here in Orange County. They got him in here, and he's admitted to 10 killings.
You know, when you look back at those things that happened in the 70s, the cop that was being interviewed, he said, you know, you got all this technology now. You got to remember, back in the 70s when this shit started happening, we had a pencil and a notepad. And we would take measurements of areas. We didn't have all this technology and DNA and all that other crap that they got now. Blood tests.
What was so funny is this group that I'm on with the board of directors for the Boaters Association. One of the guys, he's not computer savvy at all. And we're sitting there talking, and we're talking about Windows. The one guy's got his Mac, and Jim, his name is Jim, and Jim is just kind of his head like watching a tennis or ping pong ball match, right? His head's just going back and forth. And somebody asked him, says, "Well, what do you use?" He says, "Oh, I have my own operating system." I go, "Well, what operating system are you running on, Jim?" Picks up his little foldable case, pulls out a notepad, sets it down, and puts it in. He says, "I'm running ready on 2.0 lead."
Yeah, Miss Cleo, call me now. Oh, was that one of those 900 numbers?
Yeah.
Call me and I'll tell you your horoscope.
Call me now. $14.95 a minute.
Oh my God, yeah.
You still remember,
she's
Joe?
dead now, isn't she?
She's in prison, if I'm not
mistaken. She went to
mistaken.
jail over there?
Hell yeah. That bitch was getting rich. Dumbasses just calling her, making money.
Is Miss Cleo in prison?
Dude, yeah, that in prison.
While Miss Cleo was never alleged to be the mastermind of the enterprise, she was undeniably its embodiment. For years afterward, people pinned the fraud on her and even claimed she served prison time for it. "I never went to jail," she told Vice in 2014 to clear the record.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, she died at 53 years old.
Wow.
How you doing, Dre? Thank you for popping into the stream, sir.
Oh, dude, she had colon cancer. She was a lesbian.
Hey, Jim, hold on a second.
Well, I appreciate the invitation.
Yeah, man, my pleasure, boss.
Clearly or not. Trying to get my settings down.
Okay.
Hey, I didn't even know I was talking over you, man. Sorry about that. I was looking at Miss Cleo.
Oh, no problem.
How long for
You
jail
guys are old
sentence?
hats. I'm a new guy.
Hello. I'm Steve.
Oh, we don't have. There's our names.
Oh,
Dre,
you are, Steve.
nice to meet you.
Joe.
Of course, you already know me, Crawford.
You've been coming into the
Good to meet all you
streams
gentlemen.
for a while now. Nice meeting you. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's
Yeah,
got the TV? Who's got
I'm trying to figure out
the
these
TV
YouTube
going?
stuff like everybody else.
Somebody's got a TV going or something.
That's not.
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
bad.
shut my TV off. Hang on a second.
So, Jim, how long is the jail sentence for Miss Cleo? You said she's still in prison?
No,
She's
she
dead.
said
She
she's
died.
dead. Yeah.
Oh, she did die. Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. But it was about 5-6 years ago, maybe longer.
2006, she came out. She was a lesbian. She died in 2016 at age 53.
Yeah.
Wow. Colon cancer.
Wow, what a
Yes,
shame.
God called me now.
If she had called herself, she would have known.
Yeah, she could have predicted her death if she was that accurate.
How those, you know what? A lot of gullible people who like have given up on everything else. That's who calls.
Yep.
You know.
That and they got money to blow, $14.95 a minute.
Yeah.
You remember when that crap first came out, though? I don't think you knew what you were actually going to be paying per minute. It was just called this 900 number, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and
kinda
until you got that phone bill.
Yeah, Jim, kind of like the 1-800 horny.
Yeah.
I remember
There
when
was
those 900 numbers came out, and a guy at our work, his daughter had been calling up. He got the first bill after that stuff had come out. It was like $1,700 that was on the bill.
Yeah.
And he was obviously he got forgiven for it because there was a minor child on there that they were, on the phone. But then they'd start blocking it. You could have the 900 numbers blocked, so you couldn't call out to that
Right.
900 numbers.
Yeah,
So,
because if
I'm
at
go ahead,
first you
Jim.
didn't know what you were going to pay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Crawford, I got a question for you, sir. Can you hear me?
Dre, he wants
Shoot.
to ask you. Yeah, shoot.
So basically, per my topic on my stream, if you actually read it, would you
Very
prefer
broken up to me.
drones or GPS drones? I think he's lagging, or is it just me?
No, he's got some internet.
I think it's buffering a lot.
It might be on my end. Let me check. I just pray for one hookup.
You're breaking up, Dre. You're
It's
buffering.
breaking up pretty bad. I'm buffering.
He might have that DSL.
Like me, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who you got again, Adrian? You got Spectrum or AT&T?
Mine is AT&T.
Okay.
I've got Spectrum.
Right.
It's stupid, Joe, because not even a mile and a half from me, those people got Windstream, which they got excellent service. And then up 2 miles, they got Cox. Then 3 miles, they got Comcast. Then Spectrum, but I can't get them.
I don't know why they call us Spectrum if it's actually owned by Comcast. Why don't they just call it Comcast?
Because they're keeping the name for the for regulation for the stuff for their not becoming a monopoly.
We've been
even
through
though it's a
5 different
monopoly.
names.
It's a
Yeah.
monopoly.
Well, I told you that they bought Fandango, which bought Voodoo. So even if you cut the cord, they still own you.
Yeah.
Used to be Time Warner too. We used to have Time Warner, and then Spectrum bought them. They keep raising the bill every month. Does your bill get up every month?
$5.
Yeah, it's getting too expensive. It's a waste for cable and all their home phone.
Before I came, man, he's on fire tonight. He is on fire. So hey, Drake, going back to you, can you hear us?
I've been hearing bits and pieces of you guys, but the one thing I can't type into the room though.
Oh, you know what? Hold on one second.
You got to type into the YouTube page. So in other words, your YouTube tab that's open to watch the stream, that should be muted, and you type in there, Dre. You don't type in the StreamYard stream. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's a little annoying. You have to have.
Got you, Steve. Thank you.
You got to pop out the chat from the YouTube, and then close that and come back to StreamYard. And then when I do that, my chat goes down to the bottom, so I have to open it up from the bottom, the taskbar.
And the beautiful thing is, off of YouTube, you can actually pop out the chat.
Yeah,
pop it out the little box too.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do anything, if I click on my screen, the chat disappears, and I have to go down to the bottom and bring it back up. I don't know why. Does that happen with you guys?
Why don't you pull it out and put it over to the right of your StreamYard screen?
It doesn't matter because it's got it as an extended screen.
Oh, the ones, it's all on one screen?
It calls both of these screens extended screens.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do something over here, it still affects the other one.
It shouldn't. I've got two separate screens here. And
it keeps shutting down that chat. It keeps shutting down the YouTube chat.
Nope, not at all. Because your mouse is controlling of which monitor it's going to.
I can't.
You need to do the setup and the setup in your. Did you do the setup in NVIDIA?
Adrian, can you share that with him for a second?
Hold on.
That screen I got down there.
I'm doing it right now.
That's the window. But see, every time I got to go down to the bottom and bring up this chat. Now, if I touch the screen, the chat disappears. So I got to go back down to the bottom and bring up the chat again. All right, I'll stop driving you crazy now.
No wonder you're going crazy.
Every time I got to keep going back to the bottom, Chrome
3D
tab, and bring up the chat. Next slide.
Yeah, if you set it up, because you go to the NVIDIA card and set it up of which monitor will be which, and once you get it set up, one wouldn't, it shouldn't affect the other.
Oh, I'm lagging to him. Am I the only one lagging? Steve is fine, he said.
What about me, Andre? Am I lagging too?
You go in and out.
Well, he said that his internet is like 1 gig of service.
Who?
Dre. Recovery drone.
So, I mean, mine is only 6 megabytes per second, and I'm not lagging to everybody, am I?
Seem okay to me.
He has Frontier 1 gigabyte service.
That should be fast enough, I would say.
True, yeah. I'm doing a speed test right now. I'm pulling down.
I don't have gigabit. I've only got 100 megabits down and 10 up.
Right now I'm getting 129 down, and it's dropping way down. And 3.01 going up. But I should be at 10. But at this time of night, it's, the heaviest traffic there is.
For you, yeah. For me, this is the best time.
Mm-hmm. I guess I kind of agree with you, Newfound Drone Production. But I mean, you know, hey, both of them still work amazing. I'm just trying to learn, you know, FPV from, you know, just trying to get into it a little bit. I'm working on it.
Edge of death, like with the FPV.
Yeah, because I mean, you like literally in there, Jim. If you ever done it before, you literally in there.
No, I haven't done it before, man.
Honestly, Aldiaz, it has to do with my internet, man. It has to do with my internet.
Yeah, because it's your upload speed.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's not the greatest. Like, look here, I've been waiting for this video to upload on my using my phone on YouTube, and I started that video back in freaking 6:30 p.m. and it's still saying I still got 30 minutes left.
And that's why you're buffering too, because you're competing against your live stream against that too.
Yeah.
It's horrible. But that's the only thing I got. Okay, Jim, hold on. Go ahead, Jim.
That's what it says I have right now. So this time of night is pretty good for me.
Yeah.
But nowhere near gigabit. And this is almost $70 a month now.
Well, see, your latency, you only got, your latency is great. My latency is like 84, almost 90, which is crappy.
Yeah. Joe, what are you paying? You got the same Spectrum service as me, right?
Yeah, I have the bundle, home phone, internet, and cable. It's around close to $300 a month.
Wow.
And it was originally under promotion $125, I believe, and it's gone up that much in 3 years.
Dude, I just pay for the internet. After that, I got a Roku 4 box, Roku Ultra, and I get for Hulu is like $8 a month. Prime is $19 or $15 a month, and Netflix is like $11 or $12 a month.
Can you get sports on a Roku?
Yeah.
You can get ESPN and all that stuff?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I have to look into that.
That's still pretty fast, Steve.
Yeah, it is fast. Yeah. And his latency is better than mine.
Yeah, 10 milliseconds. Can't complain about that, especially at this time of night.
I guess I'm the only one that got crappy ass service.
No, you got a lot of people out there with crappy service, unfortunately. Because if you just go down the road to the building I was talking about, you know, with that Yahoo flying the drone by that private pilot that was flying over the freeway.
Yeah.
That's all we have there is DSL. So we've got 5 meg down and about 0.75 K as an upload speed.
Yeah, you see, GFO uses Hulu Live. It's like regular TV. You can watch all the sports. But if you don't want, I don't want commercials, so I pay a little extra to get no commercials. But still, all of that comes to like $45 a month, where I was paying DirecTV, I think $130 a month for crap I never watched.
Yeah, not only that, DirecTV, if the weather's bad, you get loose signal and all that other stuff.
Yeah, sometimes that would happen too. Yeah, cloudy day.
Yeah.
I'll see you later, Chris Hope. Have a good night, buddy.
Night,
good night, Chris.
Night, Chris.
Good to see you.
You're welcome to 4IK9. So, have you been doing any flying lately, Andre? Besides the last video you put up?
I don't know if he's hearing this.
His video looks good. I wonder if it's muted or something.
I know his video's the best it's been.
Yeah, I think he's muted. He's talking now.
Yeah, I'm trying to do some testing here as far as my upload download. I'm on a wireless connection. I got like over 30 devices that run between 5G and 2G in my house.
Okay, see, now you look best. Perfect.
Right,
good.
Right. You look perfect and can hear you good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Create shortcut. Okay, I'm good. To that DJI site.
Yeah.
That's great right there too. Holy
wow.
crap.
177?
Holy
that
shoot.
would be wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah, see, he got rid of Comcast. Well, see, now I got to pay the internet bill, though. That you got to have.
Whoa. Now that's fast.
Mm-hmm.
350 down.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous, man. Mine sucks.
Well, that's
yours running.
Dude,
that's what I only go to.
I only get about 4.9 megabytes per second and like 0.23 for upload. Like mine is sorry, man.
Is that during peak time or is that all time?
That's just about every time.
Oh, okay. Hey.
So if I wanna be on my computer right now, I can't even have my TV on. I can't even have the kids watching TV.
Yeah.
That's why he had to turn the TV off or get off the Wi-Fi just because of that.
Yeah, I had that problem back in the day with old dial-up.
Yep.
You couldn't be on the phone and the internet.
Al, may I ask what it runs for the 330 package? Because that's available for me, and that's what I'm looking to get. Because I don't want to get gigabit; it's not worth it.
No, I had the 300 service here before, and it was $85 a month. It isn't now, but it was, Joe. And I decided I didn't need the 300, so I went back down to 100.
Yeah.
And it used to be like $54, but they said, "Oh no, now it's $59." So then. What was it? Just a couple of months later, they changed over to Spectrum, and it went up another $5.
Oh,
yeah, every month it goes up $5 for some stupid fee or tax.
Yeah, look at that, 687 down and 824 up and 10 millisecond ping.
What the hell is that? Fiber?
That's gotta be fiber.
That's gigabit.
Yeah, but I don't care. It's still got to be fiber.
Yeah.
Our gigabit service here is only 930 down and 30 up.
Oh, that's running you back.
That's what Ken Heron has. The same Spectrum. They call it a gigabit package, but it's 930 down and 30 up.
Hey Jim, this is according to Thomas O'Sullivan. That's what I have. My connection is a string.
The four-eyed canine's only paying $50 a month. He got in early. It goes up to $100 a month if you miss a payment. Wow.
Yeah, well, I think he's under a promotion, maybe.
Now, did he say, is it MoFi? Yes, it is fiber, yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Do you have it where mine has that priority where you can set it in the router as to which one you want to have priority? I have streaming as priority.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it, but I had, when you look at, you got your cell phones, your laptop, your TV. Before you know it, you've got 17 items going into your modem.
My cousin was wondering why he was having so much problems, and he has the next jump up like Al has, the level. And I went over there I logged in through TeamViewer onto his computer. So I picked up my phone. I called him. I'm going, who in Lord's name is on your internet? He had 32 devices attached to his router. And I says, you wonder why you're slowing down? I says, I can do all this. He goes, how are you going to do it? I go, watch. Boom, I dropped them all off. I says, now change the password and you keep one for you on the one 5G signal, just for you. Then if you want to let other people on for the other channel of the 5G, give everybody else the 2.4. And I says, and that'll solve the problem.
You got it, Dre?
Now, Adrian, you want to see something weird? I'm just going to show you because Steve knows. Because this thing here is a TV, right? This is an actual TV, a 4K TV. But next to it is my laptop.
Okay.
But I bought this thing here from TP-Link as a splitter. But if I turn around and run speed tests on this and this at the same time, I'll go from that 100 down to like 40 down. So it's not really sharing the signal. It's actually kind of splitting it in half.
Yep.
Okay.
Which it can be, you can notice that lag when you're trying to do, like if I'm playing a video on the TV and doing work on the laptop, it brings one or the other down.
Okay. Did you get that email, Dre?
He says got it.
Yeah, I got it.
He's got gigabit service. He got it quicker than you friggin' typed it.
Probably right.
It was there before you finished typing.
Right.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Adrian, I got to pop out of here. I'm going to have to say goodnight.
Yes,
See you,
sir.
Steve. Have a good night.
Joe, Jim, Dre, it was a pleasure to meet you and everybody in
pleasure to meet
chat.
you too, Steve.
You take care. Have a wonderful rest of your night and good rest of your week. And same everybody else in chat. Take care.
Hey, Steve, I didn't get a chance to call you, but I'll call you tomorrow, sir.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody in the chat. See you
meet
later.
you too, partner. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody in the stream for popping in. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Jim.
Right, thank you, Adrian.
Hey,
nice to meet you, Dre.
Yeah.
We need to do this more often, Dre. I do my live stream every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'd love to have.
He's been coming into the live streams.
Yeah, he has been coming in. But
usually I come in after I play golf on Wednesday nights.
All right, Jim. See you later.
All right, buddy.
See you all later. Have a good night.
So should we jump out, Adrian?
Yeah, but I'm about to go ahead and go again. Dre, thank you for coming in. So I really appreciate you. Jim, thank you for coming in. I'll see you later.
See you.
Good night, fellas. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys for popping in. See you guys next week. Thank you so much. Be on the lookout for my video coming up. It's still downloading. It's just taking forever. See you guys later. Good night.